Hello everyone and welcome to Harlequins Live. We've got a great show coming up for you today with Bath in town. For the watch along, I'll be joined by Elia Elia, Jack Stafford, Aaron Morris and James Chisholm. We'll also have the Queen of the Stoop, Rachael Burford, around and about the stadium. She won't be the only one. We're welcoming back supporters, 3,500 of them, and we can't wait. This show, Harlequins Live, of course, is all about the fans, so I thought I'd catch up with the number one man himself. This is Perry. All the tickets today were done on a ballot system, and you were the first name in the ballot. Obviously it works. You've come dressed for the occasion. How much are you looking forward to being back at the Stoop?
Tremendously. I just don't know what to do without being involved in rugby. It's just a wonderful game, and Quins is a wonderful team, and the support is tremendous.
So you were the first name in the ballot. Were you sort of there, ready, waiting to go, or was it just a coincidence?
Yeah, well, I'm on furlough at the moment, so it's the whole day before it was announced that we're going to start the ballot. So I've been waiting. I was waiting with my phone ready all day long. So as soon as the email came through, I was right on it.
And then you got the email to tell you you'd got a ticket for the match. How did that feel?
Just absolutely wonderful. Yeah, no, it was emotional because we really do love our sport, and rugby is part of us, and to have it ripped away from you is not nice at all.
Well, how long have you been a Harlequin, and how long have you been coming to the Stoop?
I've been a full member for the last 5 years, but I've been a Harlequin fan since '99, so it's been quite a while.
And how long have you been coming to games dressed in this fantastic get-up?
I've only had this made up especially a year ago, so not that long. But hopefully I'll get one of the proper Quins ones once I've been here for 10 years.
The 10-year celebration. Well, I love the get-up, and I'm so pleased that you're here. Perry's actually come early to chat to us, so you can see we're outside the ground at the moment. He's got a special arrival time, and you can't get in the ground yet, but when you do, enjoy the game. Thank you very much for coming. You guys, come with me. I've already done my temperature check, so I'm going to sneak in to gate 5 here. Everyone who comes today has got to go through some stringent checks. Everything's COVID secure. Got a couple of supporters here. Who's going to win today?
Quins.
Enjoy the game, guys. Well, Perry isn't the only super fan. As you can see over my shoulder, we've got jerseys. I haven't seen anyone dressed quite that well, but in this classic vintage shirt here, we've got Joe.
Hiya.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
How does it feel to be inside the gates? We're home again.
It's brilliant. I think it's for everyone. It's been such a hard 6, 8, whatever months, however long it's been. It feels like 8 years, to be honest. But to actually be back, kind of the place you look forward to every other Saturday coming to, it's great. And it's great that I think as a club we're really proud, to be honest, and we should feel really proud of it being the first rugby club to be back, having some fans back in the stand. So it's fantastic to be back.
Well, through social media, of course, you've been in touch with a lot of the fans. What have been the general impressions about first getting rugby back and then getting fans back here at the Stoop?
So when it first kicked off in like February, March time, I remember I did a poll on the site and people were thinking the game shouldn't be cancelled, what's going on. I think the reality of the situation then bit, and I think there's been a bit of nervousness about coming back, but I think as soon as it announced that we were the first back, I think everyone just wants to know straight away, how do I get to be there? And so the lucky 2,700 of us who are here today, I think it's just really exciting for us, so we're really buzzed to be here today.
On the pitch, what have you thought of Quins' performances so far since the restart?
Up and down. I think I thought Sale really impressive. I thought really kind of gritty, showed the kind of more Premiership bite that we sometimes need. Worcester, I think we can hopefully ignore that one. Didn't happen. What game?
Snowed off.
I know, it's a shame we didn't play that match. But yeah, today I thought Northampton. I thought we played really between minutes 40 and 60. I thought really impressive. I thought turned it on. I showed the kind of Quins way a little bit as well. So did really well there. I think today we've got to back it up. We've got to start well and back it up for the full 80 as well. But we could make the playoffs. I'm not getting too excited. I'm not booking the days off from my fiance to guarantee going to the game. But I think we could make it Champions Cup rugby happy with, to be honest, this season. And next year it'll be great.
It's the hope that kills you. Just one game at a time.
Yeah.
What are you expecting today from Quins and from Bath?
Bath's good. They've been, for me, the second best team so far since the restart after Exeter, so it's going to be a tough game. But at the Stoop and with fans and their home fans and their back, I think Quins can do it. I think we could win. I think one score in it, though. Quins by 5 would be my guess.
Quins by 5. That sounds good to me. I would bite your hand off for that right now. And we talked about social media and your involvement. You're in charge of one of the leading Harlequins fans' social media pages. Just tell us a little bit about that. Where can we find you?
So yeah, it's on Twitter at Rugby Quins. So it's a whole network of clubs across the whole country. So all the Premiership clubs are represented, all the Pro 14, all those clubs as well. So yeah, we're a large network. So I think it's hundreds of thousands across the network. So yeah, at Rugby Quins to go and get a fans' frustrations and love of the club as well.
Well, great to have you back, mate. Enjoy the game today. And Quins by 5. If it happens, I'm coming to find you. Yeah, it's a lock-in. He said it. I don't think that's going to happen. We are counting down to kick off. The teams have been announced, and to get his view on it, we caught up with coach Nick Evans. Nick, another big weekend here at the Stoop. How's the build-up been after last week's great win?
Yeah, no, it's been really, really good. I think, obviously really good to get a win, bounce back after Worcester, which is a little bit disappointing. So it was nice, obviously score 4 tries, left a few out there. Also, probably the way we scored tries was coming from a few different sources, which is nice. Quick tap DNA, turning kind of a kick exit into a try, which is brilliant. A good rolling maul, which the forwards loved, and then obviously a bit of multi-phase. So, it was really pleasing to see that out there. And then defensively, after a kind of an early mistake, we looked pretty assured. So it was a nice kind of reaction to a disappointing loss. But this week, obviously, this game, obviously, it's going to be a bit of a step up.
With the games coming thick and fast, how difficult is team selection? Are you trying to second guess the opponents, or are you just worrying about yourselves?
No, I think that can be a bit tough if you start trying to work out what teams are going to do. So we're probably more definitely concentrating on ourselves. It's important that we get a bit of a mix. I think we're in a situation now where we need to win as much, if not all of our games. So the pressure's on in that respect, and the guys are buzzing to get out there. Everyone's going to get opportunities to play. People are going to put their best foot forward, and really looking forward to seeing the mix, because it comes thick and fast. Wednesday's Irish, and then we've got Gloucester on the Monday. So we're still kind of getting used to it, especially from a coaching point of view. The workload, but I think it's been enjoyable and challenging.
Well, Bath have made the journey today, and despite their loss last week, they're still playing some great rugby and getting some great results. What are you expecting from them?
Yeah, definitely one of the form teams coming out of lockdown. I think they had 3 on the bounce, and obviously just lost the game in the weekend against Wasps. So, look, I think we know they're a big pack, a big team. Obviously have a good set piece. They're probably playing a little bit more. Obviously, they've got Spencer there, so expect a bit of kind of Sarries-like kicking exits, but they do hold on to the ball for long periods. So, defensively, we're going to have to be right on it. And then in attack, we're just going to have to look after the ball. There's opportunities when you hold it through multi-phase, so that'll be a bit of a plan for us.
And over your shoulder there is a smattering of fans. They're sneaking back. We've got 3,500 in. We were the pace setters, the trend setters when it came to getting rugby back, and now it's the same to getting fans back to rugby. Big things happening for Harlequins. Every match day feels special here at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of proud and honoured to be part of that. First game back, and now first game back with fans. So we've got to remember, we're in the entertainment business, and we bring a lot of joy, or frustration as well, obviously with results. But it's going to be great for these people to come in, get away a bit from the life that they've got, and come and enjoy rugby, which they love. So it's important that we hopefully put on a really good show for them. But it's great to have them here, and I hope they make heaps of noise.
Enjoy the game today, mate. Thanks for your time.
Brilliant. No worries. Thank you.
Gives me great pleasure to welcome back the Queen of the Stoop herself, Rachael Burford. The nickname's sticking, Rach, sorry. How are you? You're at stage 2 with training. Great news.
Yeah, we've had a brilliant week being back at stage 2. Obviously, we've got a bigger squad training together, and how we've missed everybody. And we went literally from 0 to 100 back into rugby. But we're really happy.
So how much contact, and do we need to stand you in one place today? Are you a bit stiff and sore?
Do you know what? I did actually have a little bit of a mobility session before I came today. I'm one of the oldest in the squad now, if not the oldest, so I've got to look after myself. We did a fair bit of contact straight into it, a lot of, all within the guidelines, but yeah, everyone's feeling pretty sore and stiff this week.
Well, we're counting down to kick off. If you take a look behind you, we've got some jerseys, some terrible blazers, but fans back. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I was feeling the vibe as soon as I was coming into the stadium. I could see people walking down the 316 again in their shirts, really proud. It's such a special occasion today. It's been a really tough year, and to get fans back where they belong, back where they love watching and supporting Quins, it's going to be a fantastic day.
Well, you had plenty of time on the 316 as well, because you were late getting here, so that's your telling off done.
Sorry.
But with that, let's take a look at the teams, starting with Harlequins. A couple of changes, most notably Brett Heron in for Smith at 10. Big game for him, but a very strong Quins team today.
Yeah, it is. I think you've got a real good mixture of experience up front, which you're going to need a hard-working pack today to outwork that Bath team. But yeah, look, quite a solid back line there. You've got your staple here with Danny Kerr, who's going to bring that direction. And Heron's a great footballer of the ball, really good technically and tactically in terms of his kicking game and making sure Quins are being in the right areas.
Man of the match, Danny Kerr, last week, of course, keeps his place. As for Bath, lots of changes for them. They had their first defeat since restart. It was an interesting game against Wasps. Of course, Wasps lost those two hookers and Bath came unstuck. Miles Reed gets his first start since September 2019 at open side flank. A big day for him.
Yeah, and you can bet anybody's had that much time out, they're going to be all over the pitch and everywhere. He's going to have bags of energy. But, for our boys in the back row, I think we tip it today.
Oh, do you? All right, I like that. I like that positivity. The game changes as well. It's the same front row, Gray, Garcia, Botta and Collier for Quins, and of course Landajo on the bench as well. When he's played since the restart, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, he has. He'll come on with energy, inject some pace of whatever Quins might need at that point in the game. Solid front row to come on and do a job.
Now, this is where we go our separate ways, because we watched the game together last week, but we are sending you out and about.
Yes.
What are you going to be up to during the game?
Well, I'm going to go and find our great fans and have a chat with them, find out how they're finding the game, first game back here, and also, a little bit about lockdown as well.
Well, good to see you. Looking forward to checking in later. But now it is time to check in with part-time back rower and now part-time outside half, Will Evans.
We were all really pleased with our performance we put out on Sunday, but consistency is the key, and we've got to go out and do it on Saturday. You've always got to mix it with the best in the Premiership, and if you want to stay around long enough, then you've got to pick as many battles as possible, and you can only learn from those guys because obviously they've clearly got England experience, and to take the field with them is always a good opportunity to show what I'm about and what the other boys are about in the squad. Yeah, I think we've shown that we've got a really strong pack and that we can maul teams. Our maul D is pretty solid as well, so that's something Jerry's been really working on to try and make us a bit more steely at the set piece battle. They're fairly similar. They're a possession-based team, so they like to keep the ball for long periods of time, and for a 7 they don't give away a lot of turnovers at the breakdown. So it's a great opportunity for us to try and change that first and foremost, and hopefully get 5 points on the weekend, which will put us in good stead for the table. I've missed them. It's been there's a point at about 50 minutes at the weekend where someone was down injured and it was just flat. Like it was, we said it to each other on the field, like, this is rubbish without any fans. So it'll be really nice to have them back, and I'm really looking forward to that. The fact that it's been given to us, I think speaks volumes that there's great people around this club, certainly in the backroom staff, that they entrust us with such a massive occasion for English rugby, that fans are coming back for the first time. So kudos to the people behind the scenes. I'm sure they're working really hard.
15 minutes to go until kick-off. Then it is Harlequins versus Bath live at the Stoop. If you're just joining us, welcome to Harlequins Live, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome our guests today. Easy, Jack. How are you, gentlemen? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Great news. On the bench today, but it's a great place, in the stands today, should I say. It's a great place to watch and a great time to have these supporters back. How does it feel for the two of you to sort of cast your eyes out and see some sparsely populated, but populated stands nonetheless?
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. There's a bit of a buzz. There's fans around the place. There's an atmosphere building, so it's great to be here.
And Easy?
Yeah, it's been a while, so the stand's been empty, 5 months or something. So it's good to see some faces around, the bright colours and all that I touched on before. So yeah, it's good to have them here.
You say bright colours. There's a few dodgily dressed people. I know it's all part of the fun here to put your shirt on and put your suits on, but there aren't many places in South London you can get away with a club like that. These guys are going to be joining me for the first half, then we're going to swap them out for the second. So make sure you get your questions in. Ask the experts. That's you two, by the way. You two are the experts for this half, in association with Charles Stanley, and we'll be putting the questions to the lads as the half progresses. There have been some fabulous performers since rugby has restarted, whether it's the newcomers with their first bow in the Quins shirt or the old heads. And one of those top performers has been Brownie. It was his birthday yesterday. We won't say how old he is, but let's just say he's now closer to 40 than he is 30. He's been unreal, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been immense for the team. Like you said, having the old head experience, he really helps the younger boys, the younger generation to develop their game as well as pushing him for his spot as well. So, I thought last week he really did well. Really helped us push on and kick on to win the game.
We had a little look at that Ashton try. There's that break again. I'll be honest with you, Jack. Full disclosure, when he sold that dummy and didn't kick it, I thought, oh no, what's he done? But I'm sure it was all part of the master plan.
Yeah, I suppose that's just experience. He's been in that position long enough. He saw the space through the dummy and kind of backed himself to get through and through the pass. So that's just what he does. He's a constant pro and he's always improving. So.
Closing in on 100 Quins tries as well. So for someone like you, Jack, I mean, you're relatively new to the club. I think it's been less than 2 months you've been here now. How important have the experienced heads like Brownie and like Danny and like Robbo been in sort of welcoming you to the Quins family?
Yeah, it's great. There's no real egos around the club. The older guys, they're totally welcoming and they're a great help. I'm trying to ask questions and get into these guys, and they're treating me like I've been here for a lot longer than just a couple of months. So yeah, no, they've been great. It's brilliant.
Well, welcome to the Quins family, and the Quins family is something that is very important to all of us. It's not just these players, but past players as well. In fact, before we have a look at that, let's have a look at the league table, because of course we've all got the dream where Quins still make the playoffs. It feels as though if we get a win today, we're back in the slipstream, and then we get a win against Irish that's an away game, but it's actually a home game, and then we've got Wasps and Leicester Tigers still to come. I mean, Northampton Saints gave us a fright last night, nearly turning over Exeter, but a win today, we're level on points with them, a bonus point when we jump above them, and then Bath and Wasps are very much in our sights. Easy, is that something that you're talking about on the training pitch, or are you very much just taking it one game at a time?
Yeah, every game we take it one at a time. In the back of our heads, we're always pushing for the top 4 positions. We want to end up at the end of the season holding the trophy. But at this stage, every team can knock over every team. So we'll take every team as it comes and play like it's our last.
And of course, Bath, Jack, 3 wins and a narrow defeat since rugby's restarted. A positive result against them today sends a massive statement between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, 100%. I suppose you're back in the Stoop with fans here, so it's just about making a statement. And yeah, as Easy said, it's just kind of taking it game by game. So big statement today. You never know what can happen. So
well, those are the recent results, of course, kicking things back off with a great home victory against Sale Sharks, and we're following that up at the Stoop with that victory against Northampton Saints. A couple of unfavourable results in between, but the way this league goes, with fixtures coming thick and fast, as negative as it sounds, it is impossible to win every game. You've just got to put your best foot forward every time the referee starts a match until he ends it.
Yeah, the RPA kicked on about managing players, their load and whatnot. So it's up to the clubs and that to really rest their players and manage that well. So whichever team does that the best will be the ones that will push on.
Well, we've already mentioned Bath's positive start. 3 victories and a defeat, and that defeat to Wasps. Very strange game, uncontested scrums. Wasps lost 2 hookers before eventually turning the game around. I mean, I'm sure it was a great result for them, but when the fixtures back up, you want all your front row forwards fit. Make no mistake, they're a very good side. We're talking about the top 4 being a reality. It is a very real reality for the visitors today, Jack.
Yeah, 100%. There's some great sides here. Everyone's kind of competing, looking to push for that top 4 spot. So I suppose, same again, just repeating what we said, there's no point looking too far ahead. You got to just go game by game and really look to hope a few things go your way, a few results go in your favour. So
Well, so far, results have gone our way. Wasps fell to defeat to Exeter in a bonus point victory today. Sorry, not Wasps at all, but we can jump up to 6th place above Northampton Saints. Too many teams playing well, that's the problem. I've already spoken about the Quins family, and a massive part of that Quins family is, of course, the Quins Foundation. Still lots of opportunities for you to donate money, to get involved, and to raise money for great causes. As the applause rings out, that is incredible to hear as the team go back into the changing room for the final time before kick-off. Here's Ollie Kohn telling us about what he's getting involved with the Quins Foundation.
Hello. Oh, hi there. My name's Ollie Kohn. I'm founder of the Jolly Hog and chief sausage taster, ex-Harlequins rugby player. I'm calling up because I've heard about this great, amazing new initiative that the Harlequins Foundation have started, and I just wanted to pledge some support, please. Oh, right, I have to go to the website, www.goalgiving.com. Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, I've heard it's doing great things, and basically I want to get involved because it's a win-win, because if Harlequins win, then the foundation wins, and then the community wins because they're doing great things. Fantastic. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.
Always great to hear from Ollie. We'll be hearing from him at half-time as well, actually. He's the latest inductee into our half-time Hall of Fame. And keep your eye on everything that's going on with the Quins Foundation as well. They've got one of Nick Heath's pub quizzes coming up. Nick, of course, an ambassador for Harlequins Foundation, so make sure you get involved. Every penny that you donate will go to great causes. This is round 18 of the Gallagher Premiership. This isn't the only game going on this weekend, so let's take a look at some of the other fixtures from around the grounds here as we very much get towards the business end of the season. Bristol Bears getting a fantastic victory against Worcester, and we know too well that when Worcester turn up at 6 ways, they can cause an upset. The close one we've already spoken about was Exeter Chiefs getting past Northampton Saints, but Saints picking up a losing bonus point. Saracens versus Wasps, that's happening at the moment. I'll probably 5 scores, and then Tigers Sale and Gloucester versus Irish. Looking at that, there are no small fixtures now. It feels as though every one counts. As the stadium announcers causing a racket here, fantastic atmosphere. We're looking at those. Jack, you've already talked about results going our way. We're looking at a few teams to do us a favour this weekend, if we can come out of it into 6th place in the table, and that'll be a good result come the end of the weekend.
Looking at the fixtures, Saracens, them doing a job on Wasps will really help us. And then us doing a job on Bath will really push us forward as well. And then, come next week, when we get the win on Wednesday against Irish, we'll be in the 5 pushing the 4th position.
Well, that is round 18. All our concentration is here. It is Harlequins live. Harlequins versus Bath. And just to hear all of those Harlequins fans, we've got flags waving, we've got the jerseys, we've got fans up out of their seats. We've all been so excited to bring fans back, and now it is a reality. All we need is for the starting 15 of the game changers to turn it on. And we've shown in verse that we can. I mean, some of the stuff that's been played by the lads since the restart has been exceptional. Langy up on the big screen there, I'm sure he'll have a part to play. And that man up on the big screen as well, Paul Nasiki, he offers some serious power off the bench. He showed that with those 2 tries against Saracens, and against tired legs, it must be hell trying to defend somebody like him.
Yeah, he's been working on his game a lot. And I think we've used him quite well, conserving the energy, and then when we need him, he really steps up for the boys and really gives us the momentum that we need.
So what have you talked about in terms of the starts for games? Because we've won 2 and lost 2 since the restart, but in 3 of those games we've fallen behind, and it's been a little bit slow out of the gate. Is that something that has been approached by the coaches in training, or are you kind of happy to just let it go as it is?
Yeah, I suppose 100%. You know, we saw in the Worcester game, we came out slow and we kind of rallied in the second half. But we're looking back on that kind of game and games like it. It's all about starting well and continuing to build on that. So yeah, we've looked back on those games and we're kind of priding ourselves on a good start. So
one game at a time. Glorious sunshine here, beautiful conditions. Couldn't be better, really. When it's like this, there aren't many better places to watch rugby. There aren't many better places to play it either. This is Harlequins Live. If you're just tuning in, we're about to go to the live watch along with Easy and with Jack. If you've got any questions, get them in. Ask the experts with Charles Stanley. We're sat here in the Charles Stanley stand. Brace yourself, lads, because we get some pretty rogue questions in as well. But you can ask these guys anything, whether it's about what's going on the pitch. The game is live on Channel 5 and BT Sport. You can watch along with us. We are in the Charles Stanley stand. In fact, you can just about see those guys behind us there. That's the Channel 5 broadcast team. We did have Wayne Barnes in shot as well. He's their expert, but he's very smartly slipped out before he gets a microphone shoved in his face. Any contentious decisions, Jack, you can just reach over and tap him to see what he thinks of it. But do get your questions in, do watch along with us. This is the third time we've done this show. And so far we've done 2 shows and got 2 victories here at the Stoop. So I'm hoping that that great form continues. Just counting down now. I make it 5 minutes until kick-off. Both of the teams will come out and then they will do their pay their respects to the Black Lives Matter movement. Sort of 5 minutes out here. What's the dressing room like at Quins? Have you got sort of people reacting differently? Are some calm? Are some bang up for it? Or is it all sort of one team, one dream at this point?
I'll let you take that. I've only been in there once for a reserve, so I'll leave that to you.
Yeah, I feel like we're all on the same page. Our group now is quite tight, so if someone wants to raise a point, then someone will pull them aside in there. But we're all on the same page and we support each other, and that just makes us unite together when it comes into the field.
And looking at the team sheet there, who are the leaders? Who are the people who they'd be hearing from in the dressing room?
Everyone, we like to give the voice to everyone. So when they want to speak up, they want to show leadership. We need to be the main contenders. Your Marlers, Mike Brown here. But we've got Alex Stonebreast in those shoes. Marcus Smith is really pushing as well. Just different voices as well as different age level as well. So we're trying for our academy as well to get them on the same page.
I can hear some whistling from the DHL stand. That's the one opposite us, so that must mean that Harlequins are on their way out. We can't see the players' tunnel, but you boys have been giving some waves, getting some smiles there. As this show develops, we're hoping to get pretty much every player in the squad on the microphone, and we're going to be the players are right next to us. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to talk to them because we've got the amber zone and we've got the red zone. We're not allowed into the red zone. We'll talk about that later, because Chris Robshaw leads the team out to a rapturous applause. There might only be 3,500 in here, but boy oh boy are they making a racket. Mike Brown, Scott Baldwin, Simon Clara following in that. They've got a massive part of that front row platform. Here for Joe Marler, because I don't want to curse things, but he was limping around a little bit, but he is the last man out of the tunnel. He's got a heavily strapped left knee, big black strapping on that left knee. But he will start the game as both teams have formed a circle, marking their away strip of gold jersey and blue shorts. Both teams in the circle, in their halves, and everyone now taking a knee for Black Lives Matter.
And racial equality.
This is it. People watching rugby. That's your journey for the next 80 minutes. Refereeing the match today, Tom Foley. It's his 80th Premiership game. Matthew Carley and Simon McConnell are his assistants. They're all in white in the sunshine. I like the look. Harlequins kicking to our left in the first half, so they will have our stand, the Charles Stanley stand, to their left, the DHL stand to the right. That's the way they've played. Boys, I can hear "Come on, you Quins." It feels like it's been so long.
It's been a while.
March Which was the last time? Brett Heron in the 10 jersey today. He's going to get us underway. Big shoes to fill. Marcus Smith gone deep into the 22. Falatau takes it. Of course, a massive performer for them, the Welshman. And Quinn should have the first attack here. Box kick coming through. That's one for Brownie to take in his half. First touch for him, settles the nerves with a clean take. Just to get from the first defender. Suggestion of a high tackle. Penalty given. First carry, first penalty. The DC wanted to get his hands on the ball there. I think he wants to inject some tempo into this one.
Yeah, 100%. He's always looking to go quick and try and flare things. So yeah, definitely.
The Wasps showed last week that if you can increase the pace, increase the tempo, then Bath are there for the taking. But I think we're going to go for the sticks here. It's a long nudge just inside the half. Sort of bang in between the halfway and the 10-metre line. Just to the left of the sticks. What are we saying? Got a bit of... In fact, we were talking about getting big shot celebrities on Harlequins Live. We've got the Channel 5 team behind us, look. Welcome to the show, lads. Great to have you on board. So Brett Heron, a minute in, chance to settle his nerves and the nerves of the team.
He was slotting this before the game as well, in the warm-up. Should be easy kick from him.
Should be easy. Says easy. Up it goes. Hasn't got all of it. Bit of a groan, and the AR's flags stay down. The score remains 0-0. But positive start there. Great carry from Browning. 22 restart. Some pretty peculiar noises coming from the crowd behind us. I don't know if you can pick that up. It's a reminder of the starting 15 just flashing across your screen. Here's Brown back on the ball, on the 10. Takes into contact again, gets over the game line, does well past Falatau. Good quick ball. First touch there for Young in the team in place of big Stafford and Rachael today. Suggestion of offside, referee says no. The lads next to me say yes. We had a really good view of that actually, that was bang in line with us. First carries for Robshaw. Here's Kerrod. Good tip on.
Yes.
And now there's a bit of space out wide if they can get it in. Marchant finds Earl. Don Brandt on the left-hand side. Laguni with the tackle. The ball goes out. They'll have a first look at the line-out. Just in front of the Bath technical area. They were pretty pleased with that. They've gone quickly as well. Well, Jonathan Joseph's tried to. The referee Foley brings them back. Thoughts on the first couple of minutes, lads?
Yeah, it seems pretty positive. We got up there, get an early penalty. We still haven't pinned down here. 22, they send it back into us and we're still on top of them. So yeah, good quick ball. We seem to be on top, but we need to keep it that way.
Big physical pack, our Bath. If you let them get a foothold in the game, they're very tough to get on it. But good signs of intent there, attacking, putting width on it inside our own half. Thomas out there, hanging out on the wing like a good number 8 does.
Good modern number 8 there.
I backed him to score today. I was saying to you guys before kick-off, he's a try machine. It was just his second season in the first team. He's reached double figures for tries in both of them. Oh, it's our ball. It's come off a Bath foot on the way out. So first line-up then, Scott Baldwin. 2 tries in 2 home games since the restart.
Yes.
And that's nice and quick off the top. There's Heron. A bit of width on that. Earl off his wing. Throws the dummy. Could that be a high tackle? Anyway, he's got over the game line and we're up over the 10-metre. Heron, quick ball inside. Just gets dropped, so that'll be advantage Bath.
It's all right.
We could have a look at the first scrum here. It will be scrum Bath puts in on the 10. Trying things here. They're moving the ball around well.
Yeah, we're playing our end-to-end, touchline rugby, so might change it up in a bit because we know like the forward pack for Bath, they like to bully each other, so bully the opposition. So
all eyes on this front row battle here. Marler, Baldwin, Kerrod against Abano, Dunn and Stewart. Will Stewart's Barnet is unreal, isn't it? He looks like a sexy pony. A big one at that point. Just listen to the crowd. So good to have them back. Really hoping that this pilot goes well and other clubs around the Premiership can start to welcome fans back as well. Still a few more games here at the Stoop. We welcome our friends, our tenants, London Irish. Play there midweek, and then we're on the road for a little while before Wasps come. Still awaiting a confirmed date for that, but we think it'll be the Monday. Free kick. Quins ball. Please and thank you. Falatau just being smart there, dropping that one 20 metres away, making us try and fetch it. Interestingly, opted for the scrum here, so just a reversal of the put-in. A sign that the 8 are backing themselves. As a scrum half, Jack, when that happens, you're just looking to get your hands on the ball. You just want to put the accelerator down, right?
He wants to tip and go quick. Yeah, I think that's everyone's kind of mindset at 9 here, but yeah.
Go quick and hope someone's following you. In it goes. Good shove from Quins. It's moving. Referee tells DC to get going, and he does. Here's Heron. Brown to his left, gets the offer away to Marchant, who runs straight into the Rock of the Goonie, but gets over the gain line. And with penalty on the left-hand side. And now options here. What do you think? Sticks or touchline?
I said I'll put it into the corner and back them all.
Yeah, here we go.
He's going to
Well, a huge statement of intent there. I like that.
Yeah.
All smiles from Easy. You like it too.
My pick was for Borden to score, so
You did say that, didn't you? Scott Baldwin, try machine. Don Brandt's there at the front. But instead they switch it around. Now it starts to go. Scott Baldwin does take his position in the armchair. They've got a long way to go though. There's some good counter drive from Bath.
Advantage there.
Simo's absolutely furious with something, but advantage is coming. So a free shot at it here. Danny Kerr has a chip himself. Marchant goes up.
Yes.
Gathers it, gets his head down, goes for the line. He's over the line. Waiting on the ref and takes a look at this. Well. Sean Davey, the TMO today, is he going to have some work to do? Lovely little nudge over the top from DC.
Marchant.
I think Bath were expecting that to go +1 and maybe the kick to come from the outside half. But the referee and his assistant having a good chat about this. I think we're going to go upstairs. We don't have the benefit of the referee's mic, but he is making the signal. Do you know, we've got the commentators for Channel 5 behind us. I think we should listen to them because they'll know before we do. Oh, it's all nervous here. So Guzzi's talking into his microphone. So they have the advantage. So even if it's no try, we should still be going back for the penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
All positive stuff. Danny Kerr, jab towards the sticks. So we're taking a look at the challenge first. Oh, the on-field decision's a try. So Marchant's won the ball over Joseph and then just got his head down. Great power, great leg drive. And are they checking here for what? A knock-on? Is anyone else involved? I don't think so. Well, the crowd are seeing this on the big screen. They think it's a try too. Head down, and now we've got the benefit of the replay here for the grounding. Go on, get it down. Be good, be good, be good. That looks like try time to me. What do you think, boys?
The crowd thinks so as well.
Yeah.
Well, the ref says try. The crowd say try. Easy and Jack say try. I just want to see a hand go up. Marchant's been busy. 4th start in 5 games since the restart. They're taking a good long look at this. There we go. Finger to the ear for Tom Foley.
Yeah, they're jogging back.
Oh, the suspense is killing.
Good, yeah. There we go. There's boy.
Marchant opens the scoring. Wins 5. Bath 0.
stayed down there. They haven't really been in our half yet, so it's just continued pressure. Kicked into the corner, good maul set, get the advantage, and it's just good opportunity out of Danny.
Quick thinking. Conversion is good.
Yes.
He's kicked that over the stand as well, so I'm not sure what the ball boy situation is here. I think someone's going to have to go and fetch that one from the car park. But Heron opens his account. It is Queen's 7. So Marcus Smith is on waterboy duty today. We've been talking about overqualified waterboys, and he's made a right mess of his radio. He's tangled it right up.
One of the highest paid waterboys.
Yeah, if only we knew it was such a lucrative career. Eh? So Bath have reclaimed the restart. So this is their first attack. Got Miles Reed taking the ball in there. His first start for 12 months. Massive day for him. Got the ball around about the 10. There's Reece Priestley.
Yes,
through the gap. He gets shut down. Big shot from Kerrod.
Oh, yes.
That's been picked off, but the referee's taken them back. Oh, goodness me. I thought Joe was going 2 in 2 minutes there.
Excited, yeah.
I got so excited I didn't see what the penalty was for. Was that offside?
Yeah, I think
missed
so
it as
early
well.
on.
Oh, typical. You score a try, then give away a penalty. This is quite kickable as well. I think Reece Priestley will have a shot. It's 5 metres in from the touchline and then 10 metres outside the 22.
I think Joe just got done for not rolling away
or
not fast enough out of that ruck.
Got us all excited then, ref. Goodness me. So Reece Priestley, first stab at goal for him. Quick question for you lads, and I want your honesty here. Is he a bit old for a haircut like that, or?
For some reason I knew you were going to ask about his head. So, I'm not sure. I don't know. You know?
I couldn't tell you, man. I'll leave that one for you, easy.
He's early 30. Well, he's smiling as well. He fully agrees.
You can hear us from here.
Either way, cracking outside half. 145 points for the season. This to take him to 148. Good side for the right footer. Looks like a good strike as well. And Bath are off the mark. Harlequins 7, Bath 3.
And that is the score. Harlequins 7,
They've hardly touched the ball and they're off the mark, but still, we get the chance to get some territory here. Herod drops that one on the 22. Don Brandt's chasing it, puts a good shot in, and Elliot Stoop. You're getting some wry grins from the bench next to us, lads.
This Don was
good pressure from him. He's got a good engine, isn't he?
Yeah.
Great work, great. So now Bath inside their own 22. Priestland drops deep pressure. The kick. Good pressure on it. He finds touch. Lasiki with a terrible touch. He's trying to bring that down. Kicked it about 50 yards. Right, we have asked you to send your questions in. Ask the experts with Charles Stanley. And the first question from Will O'Donnell. Great to have you on board, Will. How are the players feeling about the midweek games? I know you were involved in the midweek against Worcester. So how's the schedule? How's managing it all?
Yeah, it's different. It's quite hard to get our heads around it. You come in on Monday and then you've got pretty much like a day to prepare for the game, and you're trying to prepare as well for the Saturday games as well. So it's hard at trainings having limited numbers because normally you're...
Go on, Brett. Go on, Brett.
We'll come back to that because Herod's just made half a break and he's been dragged down on the edge of the 22. Thank you for your question, Will. Do keep them coming in. Switch of play here. Kerrod in midfield. That's only going one way. Loves a carry, does Kerrod, and gets quick ball as well. So Don Brandt finds Robshaw now. Quick tip and Earl off his wing looking for work.
Offside.
Yeah.
Again, Bath are either incredibly quick off the line or they're just venturing offside. Little dummy there, and plenty of numbers on that. Was that a late hit there? Referee said knock on, but I think Brett Heron's been absolutely clattered off the ball. Alas, we're going for a scrum to Bath, in line with the sticks, about 35 metres from their own line. Remember, we've got Rachael Burford, the Queen of the Stoop, around and about the place as well. She's going to be... I keep calling her the Queen of the Stoop. I think she hates it, but I really hope it sticks. It's been great news for them. They've got to phase 2 of training. Looking forward to welcoming Harlequins women back to the Stoop. Jared Mullen, the new head coach there. It's all change. I think he'll do really well too. Great appointment for everyone now. Put in at the scrum. Just to say we'll be catching up with Rachael in the first and the second half.
Yes.
Another free kick. Harlequins free kick. And that's on the Joe Marler, Will Stewart side of the scrum. Stewart doesn't like it. He said free kick.
Penalty, I think.
Oh, he's reversed it.
Yeah,
He's
it's
changed it to
penalty.
penalty. Great news. So this is a slightly easier kick. Bang in front of the sticks. What are we saying? 40 metres-ish?
Yeah.
Call it 40. But a good chance to restore that 7-point lead and keep this positive start. There's 12.5 minutes on our clock. It's pretty accurate, but it's not in with the referee's watch, so don't get too excited. So, yes, have go flags. His total for 5.
Harlequins 10, Bartleby 3. Harlequins!
Having a bit of joy in the scrum at the moment. I'm not sure we've had a ball in yet, as that's a good take on the 22. Over there on the right-hand side. You're just tuning in, this is Harlequins Live. Easy and Jack alongside me as Thomas takes a carry inside the 22. A question in from Will on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, just drop your question in the comments section and we will ask the experts in association with Charles Stanley, as Anthony Watson doesn't take that one cleanly, but it does come back their way. Now they're dangerous. They've got plenty of good runners in broken play, and Bath make about 15 metres there as Harlequins reset and Bath go up the blind side, get over the 10-metre line. Keeping them off the ball is very much the key here. There's the tip to Stewart as they've got a penalty coming for offside, so a free shot at it here, but they've not put boot to ball.
Good read.
We'll go back to the penalty, no advantage. Oh, again, it's not... yeah, they're sneaking in there, these penalties. So I've talked about Rachael Burford. We'll be hearing from her shortly. I wonder who she's got, because we're going to hear her, but I'm not going to be able to see her. You will, wherever you're watching. Reece Priestland is lining up for this penalty. It's on the 10-metre line. A very similar position to the one that Brett Heron just slotted to make it 10-3. But now it is time to hear from Rachael. We're going to wait until we find out if the penalty goes over or not. So we could have all the time in the world, actually, because Reece Priestland likes to take his sweet time. But this to close the gap. Kickable penalty for Priestland. He's 1 from 1. Quins 10, Bath 3. In the peroxide brings him luck. Here it goes. Swings the right boot at it. It's got the legs. And the deathly hash behind the stadium tells me that it is good. It is Harlequins 10, Bath 6. First time today, let's hear from Rachael Burford.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. Great to be here today.
And are you a long-term Quins fan?
I've been a season member for about 3 or 4 years now, yeah.
So is this your normal seat, or is it...
I'm on the other side of the stand normally.
Normally over that side.
Normally over the other side, yeah.
And how's this side faring for you?
It's a bit in the corner, but it's all right. It's not bad. It'll do. I'm just happy to be here anyway.
Exactly. I think it's been a long time coming. We're all so happy. What do you make of the game so far?
So far, it's great. It's mainly in the Bath half, so we're looking good at the moment. The score's on our side, so it's good.
Any players you're particularly, looking out for today?
Oh, well, Mr. Smith's not playing at the moment. He's my favourite, but yeah. just like it all of it. Really, it's good.
I mean, if you watch closely, he is doing the water boy duty, so you can get a glimpse of him doing something.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's good. Got to keep him busy.
Okay, have you got any predictions for today?
Well, we're looking at 10-6 at the moment. Could be around 20-10, maybe like that. It's a good day, good weather, so.
And absolutely backing the boys, right?
Absolutely, they're for sure going to win. Yeah, after last week's result, it's going to be another one as well.
Well, it's amazing to have fans back in, and thank you for talking to us, Max. I'll head back over to Dave now.
Cheers, Bert. Thank you very much. Great to hear from you. Great to have fans in the stadium. Also, if it results in a penalty, we'll have many more fan interviews because we've got another kickable one here. Great pressure. And it's a pretty much a carbon copy of the one that Heron slotted over. Really good response from the boys after conceding those 3 points, Easy.
Yeah, of course. Just to get back down here as well, put the pressure on them again, and then we capitalise with Marla putting on a good shot with Will Evans getting straight over the ball and getting the penalty back for the boys.
A lot said about that Will Evans play last week where he went in and defended in what would have been the 10 channel and Marcus moving into blindside flanker. If you lads were going to defend somewhere else on the pitch that wasn't in your normal position, where would you want to be standing?
Steph, you take this.
I suppose I'd do the same as Marcus. If you're in at 7 in behind the 9, it's not too bad, so you're a bit hidden in there, so I suppose I'd do the same there.
The penalty is good, 13-6. Also, I mean, obviously, Will's a great defender. He's a great player, and it's so good to have him as part of Harlequins as we go for our first water break. Quite like the water break, especially when it's sunny. It gives everyone else the chance to take a breather. But Will must have been thinking when they called it, they're like, what? You want me to make the tackle on the biggest carrier in the Premiership first up? Thank you, Gaffer. Absolutely over the moon with that.
Yeah. Well, Wiv's a person who takes anything as a challenge. So straight away he put his hand up and he took it as a challenge on him to put his body on the line for the boys, and he took it with joy as well.
So we were hoping to get a microphone on Marcus as the most overqualified water carrier, because we just wanted to get an insight of what exactly is said in there. Although, to be fair, we probably couldn't do it live. We'd probably have to do it retrospectively because, it is unfiltered. But we're kind of being turned into mini coaching sessions. What are the sort of messages that'll be passed in those water break, let's call them water cooler chats?
You want to take it?
Well, I imagine it'll be more unit specified. Him and Brett talk a lot with each other. They help each other out a lot of training, so it'll be more to calm his nerves as well as relaying the message from Guzzy and Snap as well. So
we're back underway then. Priestland gets us restarted, drops that one on the 22. Simo's underneath it, it bounces off his shoulder. Now this is dangerous. If this bounces for Bath, it's try time. I think the tackle's been made. Bath are claiming it. It definitely got wobbled, did the corner flag, but Bath are celebrating like they've scored, but I think we're going to go upstairs again. That is the nightmare of the bouncing ball. Simo couldn't gather it on the restart. Bath pounced and it just rolled towards the line. It was a golden jersey that was there. Ashley was chasing it, thought he'd got the tackle, and we've got the replay. Oh, but that's a try. It's a brilliant finish as well. Absolutely fantastic finish. Ball in the correct hand, most of the body out of play, but the whitewash was kissed by the ball, and that one very much against the run of play. It's Quins 13, Bath 11, and well, those are the bits of luck that you really want to be going for you, not against you in a game like this.
Straight off the kickoff as well. Yeah. One mistake, lead to a try, so.
Yeah, just went over the shoulder of Simo, and Ashley was on the back foot. Is that McConaughey again? Yeah. Absolute try machine. Scored early against Wasps. And now he's
got the try that's got Bath back into this. So 13-11. East Priestland with the conversion from the touchline to draw Bath level for the first time since the game was 0-0. A couple of penalties so far for the Welshman. Again, drives that one towards the uprights. Flags go up and we're all square. Well, that's an unwelcome turnaround.
Yeah.
And that makes the score Harlequins 13, Bath Rugby 13.
13-13. Well, look, I don't think either team will be particularly happy with how they've responded from restarts. So, in a particularly partisan way, very much hoping for a Bath mistake here. That's not in rugby values, is it? But Bath do gather the restart. They're inside their own 22. Really important for some leadership here. Now that one's drilled up the tram line, so Brownie has to get his footwork right, which he does. Gathers it on the 10, loose pass over Heron. So Chris Ashton gathers it, drills it down the middle. There's no one at 15, so East Priestland puts a foot on it inside his own 22. Pressure on that from the chase, and that's a good clearance kick. Inside our half. I get the feeling as we're sort of 20 minutes to go until half-time, after conceding that try, this feels like a really important period in the game for me.
Yeah, we need to strike back, straight away, get our confidence back in the board, even just to play on the right side of the field as well, play in their half and push them to make mistakes and to be stuck in our half.
Okay, line out received. To Rachael shortly. However, we've got some rugby to play before then. The ball going well, and DC rips it clear, but that's been turned over by Bath. Not entirely sure what happened, but that's a lovely offload out of the back door. Little nudge as well. Brownie's the favourite to get there, and he does. Try-saving intervention from Mike Brown, who wants to go quickly for the 22 restart. But then they're dragged back. And the referee saying it's bringing them back. For Bath scrum 5 as well. Tell you what, there was a bit of pressure on DC there. There was a hand over the top and the pass was loose. Josh Bayliss got on it. Was he offside the side of the ruck there, or am I looking at it with Quinn's coloured spectacles?
It's hard to see from here really, but I suppose
and he was a cracking offload out of the back door. And Ben Spencer, either way, questions to be answered here. Scrum 5, 5 metres out, 5 metres from the touchline, and this is a massive moment. Looking out for Falatau going from 8 here. Nathan Earl defending the blind side, of course. Oh, advantage coming here from the scrum as well. Bath scrum has decided to turn up. DC has gone offside, and Falatau has taken it back into the danger zone. Bath lining up some big men. Urbano's there. They missed him out when they've gone for the big wide pass. Taking up a bit of the width. Now they've got options open and blind. Another advantage coming. Rockadaguni goes to the blind side, but they've taken it through the big men. Another phase defended for Harlequins, but Bath going through the motions. Now they're over the line. Referee Tom Foley takes a look and awards the try. Bath get their second and take the lead for the first time in the match, and that is 2 tries in quick succession. And that is how dangerous they can be. Well, 2 fairly swift gut punches there, and frustratingly for us, they've both come from Harlequins' mistakes.
Yeah, it just kind of feels there's a bit of a momentum swing. They're getting a bit of confidence. Just need to start playing it down there. There we go.
Now, Burf, I don't know if you can hear me, but I think you're a little bit closer to the action than we are. Are you over in that corner? Did you see that try just then?
Yeah, we're parked down in the corner at the moment. Yeah, really tough position. Given the advantage as well, it's always hard to get yourself out of that situation.
And yes, it's turned around pretty quickly, Rachel. A bit frustrating, really, after a positive start. A couple of mistakes, and Bath have been really, really clinical.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, with Premiership rugby at the moment, the quality, you know, a couple of mistakes can turn into 2 tries and suddenly you're looking down the barrel and you're up against it. But look, the way that Harlequins have come out, the intent that they're playing with, the whip that they're putting on the ball, you know, some really, really clever plays off the line out. You know, just a few mistakes and we've allowed Bath back into the game. But, you know, I'm sure the boys will be, you know, remaining calm, they'll go through their processes off this kick-off now, get themselves back into the game.
Well, I hope you're right, Bert. It's Harlequins 13, Bath at 20. Bath leading for the first time. They're looking for a 4th win in 5 games. That's well gathered by Elliot Stoop. Takes his place in the side today. Quins make the tackle inside the 22 and inside the last 15 minutes of the first half. I think the difference with the last restart, Bath exited well. And a little bit of pressure, they forced the error. It's slow ball. Not choking. Evan and Brownie waiting for the clearance kick, but it is slow coming, and now a penalty for Bath. Penalties have been a bit of a problem. I think in a couple of our matches they've topped 30. I mean, obviously that's for both sides, but it's a lot of stoppages. Reece Priestland takes Bath up to the halfway line. Berth, you still with us?
I'm still here, yeah.
Excellent. So what's it sort of like? I mean, the atmosphere has noticeably changed in the last couple of minutes. All of that early optimism has now become that sort of worry and doubt that you always have when your team are behind. But you've spoken to a few fans. What's the general vibe down there?
Oh, everybody is happy to be back. I think everybody wants to be on the winning ways, but yeah, everyone's really excited. People at their seats, well, you can't see everybody's smiles, but you can definitely tell by their eyes that they're enjoying themselves here.
The referee has just missed some stone-cold crossing in midfield there as Bath regathered a kick over the top. Good chop tackle as Priestland takes it on.
Yes.
Oh, a good shot as well. That's it, good bit of physicality. With the carry, it does take some stopping. The laws of physics say that. And we knew there'd be periods of time where Bath would hold on to the ball. It's something they're very good at. Oh, and they've managed to find a gap. There's a 2-on-1 here, but they might not need it at all. This is superb. Yes, it is the covering tackle. Yeah. Heron makes it. Try-saving tackle and the penalty. Oh, that's a huge moment. Try-saver from Brett Heron, where it looked for all the world like Redpath was going to go under the sticks. A little bit of needle in there as well, that. Who started that? Did you see?
I think it was. I think the Bath boy was just holding onto the ball.
Yeah, trying to play it quick.
You know, we wanted to go fast, quick rugby, but slowing it down. I think it was actually wanted his hands on the ball, I think.
Well, that feels like a big moment.
Yeah.
That's a 7-point swing right there.
Yeah.
So Brett has kicked that ball right into the technical zone. We've got the players there, we've got the staff there, we've got essentially the best ball handlers who aren't on the pitch. And they've all just sort of sidled out of the way of it. Unbelievable. Here's Scott Baldwin then. Short the line up. Yes. To the back. Well taken. Like that. Again, looking to get through and spoil. Marchant puts a right to it. Gets a good nudge as well. Has it gone out of play? No, says the referee in his AR. So that's returned back to our 22. Assesses his options. Decides the left boot's the best one.
That's a good ball.
Bit of an old school spiral there. I respect that. Give us a knock-on, ref. Come on. That's a knock-on in the old days.
Surely. It's worth a check.
It's bounced off Reece Priestland. And sometimes I just think the rules of the game should change, and so having another look at that one, that was actually really good handling from Watson over there on the touchline. Yeah, I think if you drop it in that situation, you're rubbish. It's a knock-on.
Yeah.
Them's the rules. Right, quick ball off the top this time. Let's go.
Yes.
Creating some numbers. Here is Marchand, the try scorer. Gets the offside away, goes behind Earl, but he gets his hands on it.
Yes, Thomas.
He's trying to turn it around. Tom Foley. Again, it's difficult not to sound biased, but with a very different view to what holding on is to what line is. Because it looked to me like Thomas was very quick in there with the clear out. Alas, penalty's been given. And with the score 13-20 and 10 minutes and a half to go, we've got a bit more defending to do. More solid intent, though, from the lads. Remember, keep your questions coming in. Ask the experts with Charles Stanley, Wealth Managers. Our player welfare partners, and of course we're thankful for their support as well. Secure the line out. Quick ball.
Yes, good
good shot. Priestland kicks the ball away in frustration. Twice in the past couple of minutes there have been point-saving interventions. Minutes and a half to go. There you go. If you're watching at home, there's a reminder. Ask the experts with Charles Stanley. We've only got these lads for 10 more minutes plus a bit of half time. Then they go off, they get the 5-star treatment, big banquet, massage. There's a jacuzzi somewhere. So then it comes then.
Yes, please.
It's gotta be penalty.
It's either going to have to come out or it's going to be a penalty to someone. It does come out. It's scrappy.
Yes, taps.
Taps up over the gain line. Big long ball, bit of space over on the left-hand side. Earl needs to be careful. He's not isolated here. Well, he isn't. Lads get there in support quickly. There's Kerr. Waits inside the 22, but can't go straight out because it's been carried in, so takes the skyward.
Get out of Ashton.
Priestland's underneath it. Here's the chase. Ashton's there. Gets blocked off. That's a forward pass by about a yard. And the referee's in a great spot, but he's missed it. Oh, sorry, I'm sounding more like a fan than a commentator here, but it's frustrating.
Yeah, that's been given.
Oh, now he's giving it.
Yeah.
Okay. Got Wayne Barnes just to our right. He spotted it. He spotted it. It was taken over the shoulder. It was a good take, but then the fullback Watson had just got himself in front of the ball.
Good chase out Ashton, kind of forced him to get rid of it. So that's.
But he's good on the old chase. Did you see him off kickoff last week against Saints? They were calling him Ash the Bash on social. DHL, of course, very important partners here at Harlequins. We're sat opposite the DHL stand, but their involvement here is DHL Moments That Deliver. So at the end of the match, we'll be choosing our moments that deliver in association with DHL. But what do you think have been the key moments, lads? What have really stuck out for you in the first half so far as moments that deliver?
Oh, I feel like our scrum's been going well. The forward pack are really, stepped up the game. We know that Bath have got a lot of internationals in their team, so they've got a lot of experience. And I feel like we've matched them in that area as well. So getting the penalties for Brett to kick as well.
Jack?
Yeah, I reckon just that early try, we had dominant pressure, playing in the right parts of the field, get advantage, and it's just quick thinking. Good to get on the scoreboard nice and early. So yeah, that's for me.
We've got at least another 2 tries to go as well, because I said Thomas is going to score and you said it's All right, scrum Harlequins. They've got the width on the left-hand side to work with. It's on the 10-metre line. Nobody on the blind side. Brownie's stood there as a possible option. Bit of pressure on that this time from Bath, but it has squirted out, and Herring chips up the blind side. There's no left winger at home, needs a good bounce, doesn't get one. Oh, it's going to go end over end out the dead ball zone.
Just an unlucky bounce.
At the moment.
think it was a good option. All right, there was plenty of space there. Just
if that goes sideways, not straight on, then the pressure's right back on Bath. Instead, they'll have the put in on halfway. They're just sending a few of the reserves out, the game changers, to go through their warm-up. 7.5 minutes remaining of the first half. Quins 13, Bath 20 here on Harlequins Live. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Don't forget, get your questions in, ask the experts, the Charles Stanley Wealth Managers. If you've watched all 3 games, they're brilliant. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. I feel like this one's been a good one. Great to have so many of you involved, especially those of you that are unlucky and couldn't get tickets. We're looking forward to welcoming you back to the Stoop, as this ball's taken ages to get out of the scrum, and we're going to reset. To back, they're making some noise as well. Some suspect fancy dress. Do we reckon get you lads? I say fancy dress, I mean they are the Quins Blazers. Are you going to be getting to the tailors anytime soon, Jackie? Getting yourself a Quins blazer?
I don't know, I'd say I'll have to stick around for a bit longer before I'm paying for one of them.
What about you, Easy? I think you'd look mustard in one, mate.
No, I'd love one. Just waiting for someone to sponsor me.
We had a great moment yesterday with a supporter who couldn't get a ticket, and he's a super fan, and we got Robbo to delivering some tickets. He had the matching shorts as well, but he packed on a bit of timber over lockdown, so he couldn't fit in them. Balls out of the scrum, need a bounce, don't get it. It's just come off Joe Marchant's foot, gone out over on the far side. Robbo's there blocking the quick throw as well. Lots to come at half time. We had Ollie Kohn at the start. I caught up with him yesterday. He's the latest inductee into our half-time Hall of Fame. Quins legend, won the Premiership with us, of course. Always great to hear from him, so make sure you stick around for that. And then, bringing a couple of other lads in. What are you boys going to do for the second half?
Take up our seats up over there. We'll be sitting right beside you, watching it from there, putting the feet up.
Oh, why not as well? Why not? Great to have you on board wherever you're watching from. In fact, let us know if you're watching from. I know there'll be a lot of people watching from in and around southwest London, but if you're further afield, if you're watching abroad, then drop it in the comments section, either in the Facebook or the YouTube. Always love to know about international Quins. You're always part of the family. As Bath secure the ball from the line out, that comes out quickly. Here's Priestland looking for options.
That's good hit, bro.
Decent shot in midfield as Quins reset. Now Joseph looking for the short ball. Domers makes the tackle. They're busy in defence as Dombrandt. Tip on there. Offside again, another penalty. Not entirely sure it's kickable as it's just in the Bath half, so Priestland will put that trusty boot to it again.
But what we saw there were Harlequins just guessing that the ball was going to go off the top of the line. So they all rushed up to the
final 5 minutes of the half.
heard from Tom Foley just now.
If there's going to be a score, oh goodness me, he's taking them another 15 metres up the park here. All of a sudden it's kickable. And Priestland has the chance to make it a 10-point advantage. Well, it's been a seesaw scoreboard. It's the first time that Quins could find themselves staring down the barrel of a scoreline that is more than a converted try. This one in front of the sticks, bang on the 10-metre line, very much within range for Reece Priestland, who's gone up over 150 points for the season. Just steadies himself. You've got to expect him to make this one. Good contact. Good result if you're a Bath fan. Harlequins 13, Bath 23. Do you know what? If you are a Bath fan, get in touch, because of course this is Harlequins Live for the Harlequins fans, but I like to feel as though we're putting on a good show. So if you're tuning in as a general rugby fan or a Bath supporter today, then get in touch as Thomas tries to pick that off, but it'll be Bath advantage as the big number 8 maybe just trying to force the issue. I mean, if he'd have plucked that, we'd have all been out of our seats.
Absolutely.
Instead, the kick goes up, so I think that'll be advantage gone. Brown's underneath that, and that's a good chase there from Josh Bayliss as well. Brown as well. Marler
Offside.
That's a yard offside. Like, give us something, please. Thank you. Right there. Danny
He's offside again.
Quickly. He's offside again. Come on. And now he's saying, are we going to have to get a tape measure out and show him what 10 metres is? Penalty to Bath. And Tom Foley not making any friends here at the Stoop. You won't be able to see the look on Danny Kerr's face here, but it was a wry grin, let's just say. Because there were a couple of defenders, none of them were onside, one of them tackled him. Even the furthest defender back wasn't 10 metres there, no chance.
No.
It was Josh Bayliss who made the tackle. I do apologise, Ben Spencer, the scrum half. A couple of very surprising decisions there, let's just say. Feel free to weigh in, lads, so it's not just me moaning, by the way. Tell you what, we talked about the Blazers. There's a chap just down here. He's in his tailored waistcoat with the brass buttons. Look at that thing. Goodness me. Also, there's lots of masked up staff going on. Delivering the food and drinks to the seats.
It's not too bad, yeah.
I think that could catch on.
You should get used to that, yeah.
That's a 5-star service, isn't it? Here we go, the big scrub. 2 minutes and a half to go, and now, instead, it's Bath who get the penalty. Oh, goodness me. After a brilliant 20 minutes where everything looked peachy, it's been quite tough for the last 15, isn't it, Easy?
Yeah, their momentum swing just, now we're finding it hard to really get our attacking right, and then even defensive errors sneaking up on us.
Right, big 90 seconds, clock's still ticking. Tom Dunn with the line out, bang on the 22, on our side. Talk about momentum swings, turn the ball over here, and that would be a huge one. Tom Brandt's challenge for it, hasn't got it. Here comes the more scores Bath. Going towards the touchline.
Good hit.
There's the hooker, Tom Dunn sticks it in, gets a good shot for his troubles. Now Will Evans calls people to the right-hand side. Bath keep it narrow. Didn't make the tackle on the 22.
Sharp.
Stays open. It is all very narrow for Bath. They've got a couple of players out wide, but not getting over the gain line. So Ben Spencer has to go quickly.
Good deep.
Quins make the tackle. They can't stray offside. It has to be knocked on in midfield. Was that a late shot then on? Who's that? Is that Simo? Is he taking a shot from someone?
Missed that.
I think he went for the tackle, felt awkwardly.
Because I took my eyes off the game for a second, Booze rang out, and now Big Simo's on the deck. Hopefully not too serious. It's been tough stuff, that guy.
Yeah, he's got a hell of an engine.
So now 22 seconds on the in-game clock, so you've got to think this is the last play, or certainly the last period of play of the first half. Harlequins 13, Bath 23 here on Harlequins Live. If you're watching at home, get some questions in. Ask the experts with Charles Stanley, a wealth managers. Our experts are Easy here and Jack next to us. We're going to be getting their opinions on what they've seen here in the first half. But if you have got a question, get it in. I'll do my best to ask it at half time, as well as having a chat with them. We're going to check in with the Queen of the Stoop, Rachael Burford, and as I said before, catching up with Ollie Kohn as well. So wherever you're watching, a very warm welcome to Harlequins Live. What are the lads saying over there? I can't hear it. Or is it all done in sign language and eye contact?
Just getting a few smirks, yeah.
Let's the thing, isn't it? Everyone's like, oh, they've got the microphone, then they ask the big lad, and then when you put the microphone to them, they're like, oh, no, not me, mate. No, you're all right. You crack on. Just see who I've got for the second half, actually. Aaron Morrison, James Chisholm. Uncle James is coming in for the second half. Right then. Quick scrum. Deep in our own half. Clock's ticking again. So 15 seconds on the in-game clock. So ours is pretty close on 39:32.
Yes.
Penalty, Harlequins. Now, what's the call here? Does it go dead?
I think they'll have another crack. They're going to kick the corner and have one last go at it.
Yeah, have a go. So Brett Heron on the ball. Needs to find touch. In between the 10 metre and the 22. Goes for the right touch line.
Big kick.
Missed it.
Big kick. Great kick.
What a shot.
Yeah, huge.
It's one of those ones where you see the person defending the touch line adjusting the feet and you're like, oh no, he's missed touch. Oh no, he's missed touch.
That's just what you need. Kind of last play, give us a real opportunity. Big kick makes a big difference.
So he's put best part of 50 metres on that, with 20 metres from the try line over on the far side. It's a long way to catch and drive. Tom Brunt hanging round on the outside. First thing we need to do, secure the ball. Done that. Glenn Young secures it. There's Ash off his wing, dumped to the ground. In the middle of the park now. Penalty, holding on. Penalty, holding on. So, unless Bath decide that they want to throw up a Hail Mary, which I can't imagine they will, with a 10-point lead, that will be half-time. Straight for touch, off the boot of Ben Spencer, and the players jog to the tunnel. Half-time here on Harlequins Live. The show started pretty well, but half-time here, it is Harlequins 13, Bath 23. And we'll start with you, Easy. Your thoughts on the opening 40 minutes?
We did well the first 20 minutes. That momentum swing I was talking about, like a few couple of errors crept in. Bath took advantage of that, and now we're on the back end. But I thought there were glimpses. Our scrum was doing well towards the end of the game again, end of the first half, and then for Brett to get us into the half to give us the opportunity, I thought it was good. So hopefully build nicely for the second half.
And Jack, your thoughts?
Yeah, similar, I suppose, to what Easy's saying. We started pretty well. The ball was in play quite a lot of time. We were playing quick ball, and then Bath kind of got a foot in the game, and it's gone quite stop-start. There hasn't been much flow, which doesn't really suit our style of play. So hopefully in the second half we can kind of keep that ball in play a bit more and look to play phases and move them around the pitch a bit more. So hopefully now second half.
There are always going to be periods where we're there in the game, then we're in the game, and I'm sure that they'd disagree. But luck played a huge part in both of their tries, and I think it's important for our lads to remember that. And if it wasn't for the bounce of the ball, we'd certainly still be possibly ahead, but certainly a lot closer on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's true. We worked for that try. When Marchand scored the try, we set up a good opportunity for ourselves. The error from Simo, that led to the McConaughey try in the corner, and then from then on. We tried to get back in the game, but we couldn't. We're really unlucky. So, like I said, hopefully build nicely for the second half, and we'll come out on top at the end of the game.
Well, boys, it's been an absolute pleasure to sit with you for a half. Put your feet up and enjoy the second half of the match. Hopefully, if you're close to the pitch, you'll bring us a bit more luck and we'll walk away with the W. I've mentioned it a couple of times during the show already, but we are doing the half-time Hall of Fame. Every week on Harlequins Live, we're going to be talking to a legend of the club. This week, it was Ollie Kohn, Premiership champion here with Harlequins, still very involved in the Harlequins Foundation as well. A great bloke too. It was a great chat with him. Hope you enjoy it. This is what he had to say.
Ollie, hello. Welcome to Harlequins Live. How are you?
Very good, thanks, Dave. I'm in rainy Cornwall at the moment.
A beautiful part of the world. Is that where you're living now, or you're on a holiday? One of these staycations I'm hearing so much about.
Yeah, no, no. When I retired from Quins, I did move to the West Country, but I moved back home, which is basically between Bristol and Bath, and well, it's Bristol, and but yeah, we're just on a. After having 6 months of the kids not going to school, somehow our school's got another extra week because they're doing some work on the school. So our kids are going back a week after everyone else's. So yeah, but we are very lucky. We're down in Cornwall and it's lovely.
A beautiful part of the world. Enjoy it, mate. Right, the reason I've got you here, you are the latest inductee into our Harlequins Live Halftime Hall of Fame. You are in...
Blimey.
I know. It's big, isn't it? You're in very esteemed company. So let's talk about your time at Quins, because hopefully you look back on it as fondly as the fans look back on your time there. Does the club still sort of mean anything to you? I know you're still involved with the foundation and everything. What part does Quins play in your sort of life and your happy memories and the like?
Well, I retired 8 years ago. So it's gone really quickly. I definitely still couldn't play. For the first couple of years afterwards, you convince yourself you still can, but I definitely couldn't. What does the club mean to me? I love the club. It's my club. You know, I did play at Bristol before I went to Quins, but the highlights of my rugby career were at Quins, and you know, I made my debut. I'll never forget against Wasps away at their old ground, and from then on, I had some great years, made some great friends, and I think the biggest thing, you know, people say, you know, what do you miss from rugby? I miss the crack with the boys, and I love that. But I'm very lucky that we've created loads of great memories, and I've got a very, very close set of friends that we don't see each other all the time, but we're very connected, and we share all the same stories that we always did when we played. So I do love the club. I'm still involved with it through the foundation, which are doing fantastic things. They wrote me in. I did the rival bike ride a couple of years ago, which I loved, after doing like 1 or 2 spin classes. That was my prep to get on the bike for a couple of days with a great crew and raise some money for the foundation that are doing fantastic things. Was my kind of way into staying connected with the club and sort of giving back if I could, in a small way. And obviously through the Jolly Hog, I'm still connected with the club. So yeah, I mean, all in all, I've got great memories of playing, fantastic friends that were made, and also, you know, the club gave me a leg up in terms of starting up my business. So lots of good memories.
You mentioned that bike ride there. You must have needed a bag of frozen peas for the undercarriage after that.
Mate, hell of it. Yeah, they said bring padded shorts and cream, but the second day was just like sitting down on needles. There was a few people that didn't make the second day. Mike Ross being one, just sorry to name and shame. Tight for Ireland, good mate of mine, and a few others. But yeah, we did it with Jordan Turner-Hall, Jim Evans, Mel Dean, Lukey Wallace. There's a few of us. Georgie Lowe, yeah, it was great. So we couldn't do it this year, unfortunately, but we'll definitely get it done next year.
You mentioned Jordan and Jim there. They were the first inductees into the Halftime Hall of Fame. So that's the esteemed company you're in at the moment.
But it can only go uphill from there.
So you talked about great memories on the pitch. One of those, of course, was becoming a Premiership champion. What can you tell me about that day at Twickenham?
Yeah, I mean, the day was just incredible. It was the highlight of my career, without a doubt. But it was the journey. It sounds so cheesy, but the journey we went on to get to that point, and it started off, you know, a couple of years before that. But that day, it was super hot, which isn't necessarily conducive to a big rig like mine. But the day started with an amazing team talk in the change rooms, and I spoke about this before, but Connor and the coaches gave a team talk like no other on the morning of the game, and then we gathered there, came out of the change rooms at the Stoop to a guard of honour that walked us all the way from the Stoop to Twickenham, and that was just an amazing feeling. That was like no other, and it was kind of like, you know, we can't lose now. We can't lose, and it was obviously the game went to the wire, but it never really felt like we were going to lose because we had such strong belief. Because over the years we built up some big momentum as a group, led by Connor and Robbo. So yeah, I mean, it was just the highlight, and then to go back and drink some beers and eat some sausages at the Jolly Hog in the corner of the car park, and then do a big sing-song with the fans. I mean, there's 4,000 or 5,000 fans on the pitch, and to have Minty on the mic doing a sing-song with those guys will be memories I'll never forget. And then the days after that, we had a monster 2-3 day lash up. So what a weekend that was.
Good man. Well, enjoy your time with the kids, mate. And as I say, really looking forward to welcoming you back to the Stoop when the time is right. Ollie Kohn, top man. Speak to you later.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Ta-da. Ollie, hello. Welcome. Always great to hear from Ollie because he's a legend of the club and he's still involved as well. He is doing Nick Heath's pub quiz as part of the Quins Foundation as well. Rachael Burford, can you still hear me? Do you know what? We'll come to Rachael in a minute because I've got my latest. Are you victims or are you guests? It's all come a little bit quickly in the... you don't need that when you're not Britney Spears.
That's a shame. That's a real shame.
How are you, lads? How was that? Where did you watch the first half from? Were you with the players to my left?
Yeah, just about 10 metres to your left.
All right. And I used a word to sum that half up. A bit frustrating. It started well, but a couple of mistakes. Then all of a sudden we're 10 points behind, and it seems like it's slipping away a little bit. Is that sort of how it feels from your perspective?
Yeah, incredibly frustrating, like you said. I think we did a lot of stuff really, really well, and then we made 2 errors, and that's it. 14-point gift, and we've got a bit of work to do. It's not over yet. It's only 10 points, so there's a lot of hope for the second half.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. There's a real buzz about the place. There was more of a buzz in the first 20 minutes, but the sort of having fans back from players' perspective, from around the camp. Is this something that you guys spoke about in the week, or is it all sort of washed over you and it's just another thing that happens as a Harlequin?
I don't think we explicitly discussed it too much, but I think there's definitely been a buzz around the club around it. It's been strange these first 4 games playing in front of nobody, and it's definitely an element of a match day that you really miss. So no, it's been amazing, and the atmosphere's been so good. I mean, we got, I think, 2,800 people in, and I didn't think they'd be this loud. Chiz came up to me and was like, were they playing crowd noise at the start? And I was like, no, like, it was genuinely, it was really loud. Sounded great. So no, it's been good.
Well, you've got to think as well, because it's done on a ballot system, and people who enter the ballot, they're going to be the diehards, aren't they? They're the proper supporters that are really looking forward to coming back when it's week in, week out, full houses again. Second half, what has to change for us to get a positive result here?
I honestly just think the first 20 minutes was the snapshot of what we need to do with this team that are incredibly physical. You don't want to give them line-out set piece. That means penalties. Our discipline has to be good, and just not make mistakes. Let's exit well, like we did in the first 20. Try not to make any errors when we're receiving kicks, and just go from there. So I think we're doing some really, really good stuff.
Do you want to know a little secret that I learned about this man that the rest of the team put on? So the very first show we did with Harlequins Live was the first game back Sale, and I had Campo and Danny, and I found out that you guys, you've been changing in the bars, haven't you? So the away team in the Mike Brown bar, you're in the Legends bar. Is it the Legends bar?
Yeah, I think so.
And the taps are still on, and I said, lads, of all the players in the squad who you think would test the beer taps to see if they're working before a game, who would it be? And they have unanimously gone.
See, they're actually really wrong. Not because he wouldn't like a drink, because he wouldn't want to drink beer. If it was a fizzy cider or a rum and coke, then definitely. But yeah, I did test if the fridges were open, and they were not, unfortunately.
So they were spot on. Right, I think we're going to check in with the Queen of the Stoop herself, Rachael Burford. That's a nickname that I want to stick, by the way. So if you see Rach from now on, she's the Queen
Your
of the Stoop. Your Majesty, can you hear me? And how is it down there?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Give me a dodgy nickname.
What do you mean a dodgy nickname? Queen of the Stoop. You're
royalty. I've got the lads here. They're talking about being positive, cutting out the mistakes, and that's how we get a positive result from this one. Would you agree with that? Is that sort of your line of thought as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a couple of errors have allowed the Bath to come back into the game and put us on the back foot a little bit. You know, small errors cut out go a long, long way. Get yourselves in the right position of the field, and then, you know, we can be on for a comeback quite easily.
So you've been down sort of pitch side at half time. You're in that concourse area. I can actually see you. You can't see me. Don't look away from the camera. Spoil it for everyone. The magic of telly. But you're sort of in between the pitch and the fans. You've been there in half time as people have been sort of hustling and bustling about. Have they still got the smiles on their faces that they had before the match kicked off?
Well, I think everybody's smiling because we can't actually see their smile at the moment. But yeah, look, everybody is just really buzzing to be back down at Stoop. They've done a fantastic job of making it happen. Yeah, I think obviously we want the result to be the other way around, but there's another 40 minutes to play, and I'm sure the crowd are going to get louder and get behind the team.
I hope so. I don't know if you heard the lads earlier, but they were saying they couldn't believe how loud it was. I mean, 3,500 is the number of everybody in the ground, but it's what, 2,700, 2,800 fans. They're making a real racket, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they've been excited about getting here and calling out the calls and shouting, "Come on, you Quins," getting behind the song. They've probably all been doing it at home in front of their TVs on their own, and now they've got a few friends to do it with. But yeah, it's great atmosphere, and it will 100% lift the boys on the pitch and hopefully come out in the next 40 and turn the game around.
Speaking of coming out, the players are making their way out of the tunnel, so we'll check back in with you sometime in the half. Looking forward to it, finding some fans, maybe some players, maybe some coaches. The Quins coming out from the regular tunnel, but they're coming out of the Mike Brown bar, so it's interesting seeing the teams face each other from opposite sides. Of course, usually in usual circumstances they come out side by side. Second half, receiving the kickoff. So they'll have us to their right-hand side for Quins and the DHL stand to the left. Oh, I've got a job for you lads as well. 2 minutes before the end of the game, you need to select the DHL moment that delivers. Right? So it can be anything. It can be a try, it can be a tackle, it can be something completely random, but I'm putting you two in charge of that. So no problem. Keep your eyes peeled. All right, Reece Priestland getting us back underway.
Couple of changes, you can see Matt Simmons has come off and so is Anthony Watson, so it'll be interesting to see how them boys settle in.
You're a natural, Aaron. You're a natural.
Goodness me. Pack this down and go for a break. With Simo, I wonder if that's due to the volume of rugby that he's played or the fact that he was down injured over there.
Yeah, I think we just bumped into him, to be honest, in the tunnel, and he didn't look like he looked like he was a little bit uncomfortable, which is not unusual for Simo, but...
Right then, we're back underway. And that's bounced from the restart. That was what caused the carnage.
Scary stuff already.
But I said to the lads in the first half, don't get me wrong, Bath have played some really good rugby in that first half, but they really did have a couple of strokes of luck for the tries as well.
Absolutely, let them into the game.
So Quins now needing to clear their own 22. Danny's in there. There's Marlon making the caterpillar. We know he's a big fan of that. Oh, and that's Tom de Glanville on for Bath as well. And he gets away from Don Brandt, bit of space up the left-hand side, dancing feet. Talented player. That's Glanville. He can make a big difference to a side. And the first attack is definitely going Bath's way. Will Stewart with the carry.
Oh, with tight.
No Priestland.
Swim
they've got numbers here if they want it. There's de Glanville. Little kick in behind. Kerr goes over to cover, but that goes in to touch. A couple of metres out from the corner flag there. And a positive start, unfortunately not for us.
Yeah, it's just exactly what you don't want to happen, to be honest. Invited a little bit of pressure, giving them a bit of momentum, and once we miss a few tackles, but soak up a few tackles, and you're completely on the back foot.
Taken that well, gone relatively quickly off the top. Don Brandt running straight into Falatown, and that's a collision. Two of the best number 8s in the league going at it. Now Rob Shaw thinks he's spotted a gap, gets over the gain line. Back row putting in some hard yards to relieve some pressure here. The Quins still in the 22. A couple of minutes gone in the second half here on Harlequins Live. If you're just tuning in, box kick goes up. Good feet over on the right hand side. Laguna United dangerous he is. Gets ready first but gets brought down. Scott collision coming out of the line to make the tackle in. Priestland for Bath. A little no-look pass to James Reed, who's been busy in his first start at 7 for a long time. Oh, creates a bit of space for McConaughey, who goes for the line for his second try, gets inside. A try for Bath. It's McConaughey's second of the match, his third in 2 games. And a dodgy start to the second half, goes from bad to worse. Bath 28, Quins 13.
Tough start, wasn't it? Tough, 3 minutes gone. The worst possible start. Don't exit as efficiently as we like. And if you're that second tackler, unfortunately, you've just got to wrap up the ball, which we didn't seem to do.
Yeah, got to try and adjust there, make it a 2-man tackle so we can't offload.
Just feels like we're not doing too much wrong, but it's those small areas, those little errors, and we don't do things as well as we can, and it's frustrating.
Frustrating indeed. And now, the last 3 scores, isn't it?
Come on then, boys. Impressed, in fairness, as a 15, impressed with young Tom de Glanville. Come on. High ball catch, threaded a lovely kick through, put pressure on us, and a nice sleight of hand there.
Maurice Priestland with a conversion to take Bath up to 30. I think Burf has got an early interview. We'll go after the conversion, so the Quins restart the game, but I can't imagine whoever she's interviewing will be as happy as they were before. Now that one's drifted across the face, so crumbs have come through. It's a 5-pointer, not a 7-pointer. So let's hear now from Rachael Burford, who is pitchside.
And I'm joined pitchside by a couple of my teammates, Chloe Edwards and Anna Caplice, or Caplice should I say. How are you guys finding being back here at the Stoop? Normally we're out there, but how's it being a fan?
It's great to be back. It's really good to see the boys back out on the pitch and to have all of the fans being able to come back into the Stoop, and it just seems like rugby's kind of getting a bit more back to normal. So yeah, we were really excited to come here today. We're really glad that rugby's kind of getting back there.
Were you queuing early at the doors to get in?
Yeah, actually we had all our information beforehand, obviously knew our time slot to come in, we were all prepared, so it's been running really smoothly now, so if we can get more points in the scoreboard now, it'll be even better for Quins today, so yeah.
And so how do you think the first half has gone? I mean, we've got a bit of an uphill struggle at the moment, but do you think the boys can do it?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, they're a few points down at the moment, but they've showed some really good bits in their execution. A few errors here and there with a bit of handling, I think, but nothing that I don't think they can tighten up. I mean, the last game they played was outstanding. You know, I think just a bit of focus, and I'm sure Gussie's had a bit of a half-time talk with them, so I'm sure they'll come back out firing now.
Yeah, we've had a few half-time talking tos down here for sure. I mean, how excited? We're back at stage 2 training now. We can't wait to get back out the pitch. I mean, how are you feeling about getting back out and playing here?
I think to start off on the step we did, like the last couple of weeks of training have been so epic. The buzz is so great that I think that when we finally get out on the pitch, it can't be anything but like amazing. Like we're all absolutely firing, ready to go. Contact coming soon, so there's going to be definitely some sore bodies like over the next couple of weeks, but it's all going to be worth it. It's actually kind of emotional being here today and like seeing how the lads have got back into it. I'm sure it's emotional for them today, having a crowd around them for the first time in a while. So I actually feel just massively excited to have this crowd here, see the lads out there, and knowing that it's coming for us soon. Yeah, it's going to be epic.
Yeah, we definitely can't wait to get to playing at the Stoop. But we'll take you back to Dave now. Thank you guys for coming down.
Well, great to hear from the Quins women. Very much looking forward to welcoming them back to the Stoop. Of course, as I mentioned before, Jared Mullen, the new head coach there. I thought you were going to come back to us with better news than that, because we'd won the penalty. Gone for the catch and drive. Scott Baldwin started licking his lips, but then it went down and managed to concede the penalty again. We've given away a lot of penalties today at that breakdown area.
Yeah, I think with that one, I'm incredibly frustrated watching that with more time. It's just a mental rule. it's a mental rule. You can start square, you can then be whipped round and stay in the maul. And I think it was Will Stewart there, starts on the right hand side and just ends up at the back of our maul blocking the ball. It's just baffles me.
I thought for a second we turned that scrum over. There's been a change for Quins as well. Ashton has gone off, he's been replaced by Lang. Wait and see what that means positionally. At that scrum it was Lange at outside centre and Marchant moved on to the right wing, but we'll wait and see if that's a permanent swap.
Looks like he's slotted on the wing, where I think he played quite a lot for the Auckland Blues a few months ago on the wing as well, so hopefully he'll be alright.
Hopefully. Great try he scored, wasn't it, to get us off?
Yeah, the kid's a freak.
Serious powerhouse. If you're not watching the game, as Quins have
great take.
Just about taken that, but they were under some duress. As a Bath player got through there, it's Falatau making a nuisance of himself.
Got to work back, try and get into shape here as quickly as we can.
Robbo waits. He's got big lads either side of him. I don't think players flying through to try and close the
great
gap.
take.
Scott Baldwin. A bit more Harlem Globetrotters than Harlequins there. That's a
lovely Nath.
Short ball. It all goes through.
Go on,
It can go from Evans. Needs to not be isolated here and doesn't. Baldwin in at first receiver. All Welsh boys fancy themselves as outside halves. Now
go on, Nath.
Heron.
Oh, lovely.
Dart and go.
Give it. Oh,
go on,
lovely offload. And again.
Just behind, and a Bath player dives on it as the flying mullet himself turns it over and the chance has gone, but signs of quality there from Quins.
Good to see Nathan Earl get his hands on the ball there. We had slow ball, but 3 carries from him got us going.
He's come inside and looked for work today, isn't he? Wanted to be busy. It's been cleared. Better couple of minutes.
Yeah, much better. You see the slow ball, a couple of slow rucks, some short carries, and then a bit of pace just back into the shape, which aids guys like Nathan getting on the ball, especially using the short side. Just gets Bath thinking a little bit, slows them down.
Well, that offload, it was just behind Danny Kerr. If that's in the breadbasket, it's try time, you know.
100%.
Quick break in proceedings here. There's a Bath player down injured. I can't see who it is because the officials are in the way.
Josh Bayliss, yeah, number 7 is he playing?
There he is.
6, sorry.
And when play resumes, as Bath make a couple of changes, Josh McNally making his way on, as is Lewis Boyce.
I'm sure there'll be a bit of chat going on here. Boise was with us for 2 or 3 years and not afraid of a bit of confrontation, so I'm sure there'll be a fair bit going on.
What do you lads think of a bit of needle on the pitch? Do you like it, or do you like to keep it buttoned?
To be honest, it's not really our game, is it, to chat a bit of rubbish. It's funny shouting at your mates. And obviously, once you play against each other a few times, you get friendly with one another, but it's not for me, to be honest. There's a few lads out there that like it. You can probably guess who.
Get over the game line. Penalty coming here.
Shape.
Wow. Crikey.
Great shot from Rocco.
Gooney, yeah. Comes flying out of the line. Lines up Brownie. Bit of late movement. Probably saved him a trip to the hospital there, to be honest. But we come back for the penalty.
Yeah, he wore that like a champion in fairness. That was Rocco. Didn't matter if the ball was going there, he was lining them up.
It's taken about 20 metres to get him in the crosshairs there.
Shot, Brett.
Penalty from bang in the middle of the park. Kicks it into the 22. The kind of penalty that in the first half he might have gone for the sticks, but 15 points down here. We need a 5-pointer in the ledger.
Here he comes, the human wrecking ball.
Yeah. That's it, CK.
It's a big bit of kit, that.
Oh, serious.
CK.
Couple of tries off the bench against Sarries. It's Will Collier coming on in the front row as well.
Game changes for Harlequins coming off the pitch.
Thumbs up from Simon Kerrod.
Yeah, I think Simon Kerr's done really well again today. He's been a revelation since he joined, and I think he's done really, really well in this chunk of the season as well.
Can we please remind spectators to keep their face coverings on at all times?
Just getting a reminder there from the stadium PA to keep the face coverings on. We don't have to, lads. We're all right. We've got dispensation. Reece Priestland.
COVID free.
Sorry?
We're COVID free.
Right there. Line out in the 22. Scott Baldwin doesn't think that the gap is adequate. Don Rant's there at the front.
Oh, lovely. Good take from Chris.
Takes it. So now,
go on, boys.
More begins. Baldwin's there at the back.
Tight.
There are hands on that.
Can't do that.
Charlie Ewell's the captain. He's gone over the top, so Danny has to dig for it. There's the Siki. Straight through Priestland. Throws the dummy and closes in on the line.
Yeah, Jack. Needs to come short side. Oh, that's crazy.
Penalty. It's the hope that kills you. Nasike went straight through Reece Priestland. Turnstiles.
Yeah, he takes some stopping on. They've gone quick.
They have gone quick, and they're straight out of the 22. Good thinking from Bath. Both teams trying to inject a bit of tempo into this game.
Yeah, both sides got some electric backs. Yeah, go on, Wev. Oh, unlucky.
I think that's a noise that they can clip up and use. Box kick up to halfway. Well, this is going to be a 50-50. Oh, what a take that is from Brett on halfway. Doesn't get turned either. Marler. They could get stood up here. This needs to keep moving forward. It's being held up by Josh McAnally.
Balls there.
Balls there.
I think he called Maul there.
Every 50-50 Bath are winning at the moment.
Yeah, just prepped in the week that they like holding lads up, trying to force the scrum, bit of a choke threat. You just got to get your carry height right, get a bit lower, and get that second, third guy in to just aid you, get a bit of momentum into the collision.
I mean, you've got to give credit where it's due. Joe Marler's a pretty hard guy to hold up.
Yeah, he's a big guy, isn't he?
Big guy.
Here we go. Will Collier, Lewis Boys, 2 fresh props.
So Bath puts in on the halfway line.
Good scrum.
A little chip looking from McConaughey, who's on a hat-trick, and it's a 50-50 that again goes Bath's way. That's off Brownie's hand. Oh no, that's gone our way. Oh, here we go.
Oh my
Gone
God.
full quarterback.
Wow.
Oh my God. Look at this. He's thrown that about 40
That was unbelievable.
metres. And now we're off and running.
Let's go. Give it to Langy.
That was sick.
That was amazing. He is a freak. Go forward.
So just to give you a little bit of colour on that.
It's going up. Rocket on
Priestland.
And now, one to Chase. Priestland's underneath it. Chase from Dombrand. Can't quite
Get there,
on
Baldwin.
him. And
Nice.
now Baldwin does. Good work
pressure.
on the
Just keep
forwards
coming,
on the
lads.
chase.
Just keep coming
Now,
forward.
Danny Keir misses the chop tackle. Harlequins have got to be careful.
There we go.
Here.
Lovely.
That's gone
That's gone
forward.
forward.
Great chase.
Yes.
Dombrand didn't make the tackle, but he put the pressure on. And Harlequins are forced to knock on. Good energy. Good energy indeed from the boys.
Look at this on the replay. That is crazy.
That's amazing, isn't it?
You say look at this on the replay. We have the benefit of the replay. Those watching with Harlequins live haven't. But
Running back for the Chicago field.
yeah. Full quarterback on that one. Serious ball.
I think Wayne Park's got that wrong. What team was it?
Yeah.
What team did he say?
Hey, call him out. He's just behind you. So as you
The
can,
world famous Chicago.
if you're just tuning in, you can see the three of us here, but that's Channel 5 behind us. And periodically, just under the DHL, you've got Wayne Barnes, who's doing his television work. I'm not sure if he's with Channel 5 or BT. Well, I didn't. What did he say?
I can't.
honestly,
he combined 2 NFL teams. I think. 2 NFL teams.
One's an NBA team.
Was it? Oh, right. But that was amazing. Joe Marchant launching it in. The thing with that is just we've done a bit of amazing play, we've gained a bit of momentum, and then there's nothing there. Don't get too excited. Let's kick, let's exit, let's maintain the momentum and try and get upfield, and look where we are now. We've gained 20-30 metres.
that might be a contender for the DHL moment that delivers, actually.
It might be. I think March is in the top 2 already.
Start making a list. Scrub. In between the 10 metre and the halfway, then Danny Kerr with the ball in hand. On the water break, will be going down to catch up with Rachael Burford. So we're going to reset the scrum. Started to get a move on. As you mentioned, those fresh front rowers straight into it. Six minutes to go here at the Stoop. 13:28. Next score has to go Quinn's way.
Yeah, it needs to be soon, really, as well.
Yeah, go on.
Lovely.
Don Brandt tips off to Danny Kerr, goes up the blind side, draws in man, but Reece Priestland hacks on. Now it's a foot race, and Don Brandt chasing backwards. Footballing skills from Reece Priestland, but it's put out by Joe Marchant. And again, the bounce of the ball. It cost us a try in the first half. And now
it's just incredibly frustrating. I'm sure people watching at home and in the stadium, we do something great scrum, great bit of play by Danny, and then
Brett just missed the jump slightly. Deese thought that Brett was going to be on his shoulder, lifted it, and there was no one there.
And just things like the kick through by Reece Priestland, fair enough. He chases the second one. Kicks it the second time and duffs it, but instead of shanking it out.
Puts March under pressure. He's got to boot it out, really.
Yeah, Marchant's got to go full Yap Stam. Right.
Well done, Steph.
Steph's done well there to get through.
On the brink of a bonus point try here. Steph Levis.
Lovely. Just stay on the ball there in the middle with Steph.
Caused a bit of trouble. They've got penalty advantage coming, though.
And that's just closing the gap in the air by Stefan. He jumped across the line in between the two packs, I think. Looked good from where I was sitting, but
I trust your eyes.
Yeah.
Thank you. On sticks.
Alright.
Yeah, just build. Perfect from Bath, isn't it? Just build the score. They've kicked a few penalties. It's just once again, I talk about momentum a lot. It just puts us under pressure. It keeps the momentum with them. Points on points on points.
Am I looking at this too Harlequin centric? Or does this not feel like a 3-score game to you?
No, definitely. I think the 14 points. I think firstly Reece Priestland's kicked everything, hasn't he? Missed one kick.
Yeah.
And the 14 points off after that first 20-minute break, off the restart, and then off our failed exit here has really swayed the game. You think take them 14 points away, it's 14-13.
Yeah,
quick maths.
Yeah, I think at half time when they came back out, it's a 10-point game. Like Aaron said, those 14 points, the pressure's on them. We don't have to play in our half. We kick to the corners. We play a bit more attritional. The pressure's completely on Bath to score tries and get in the game.
13-31 then.
Harlequins 13, Bath Rugby 31.
Evans and Marler coming off.
Get up. Yeah, great take.
Bang on the 10.
He's got a roll.
Get him out of the way, referee.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Ref almost got clattered there.
Honestly, I thought he was going to lose his ankles at the ref.
Scary to watch that. Like I said, Will Evans, Joe Marler coming off, both been fantastic in this block of games. Will Evans having to double up last week. Still, you couldn't tell the way he played.
Great take by Brownie off the short restart, and then Tom de Glanville's get stuck in there. I don't really get how that's not rolling.
I don't understand that. I think the directive they've been given, you've got to work out the side of the ruck, and it doesn't matter, how the tackle finishes, how you land. It's on to you to get out of the ruck, out of the way of the ball.
Well, they are going to take. No, they're not. I thought they were going to take the drinks breaks there.
Still plenty of time.
Yeah. Stay hydrated. So it will be a scrum.
I think we'll go left here.
Just wherever Paul is seek. Oh, that's tough.
Free kick Bath.
Just about to say that the battle at the scrums looked fairly even throughout the game to me.
He's going to stick a high ball up here.
Not with Brownie underneath it. Oh, they're going to
With the scrum, maybe try and milk the penalty.
It's always a gamble, isn't it? Because no team has particularly dominated the scrum, and the last thing you want to do is win the free kick, back your pack, and then concede either a free kick or a penalty the other way. Incredibly frustrating.
Yeah, I guess in their heads they think worst case scenario, we have a poor platform to play off in quite a good position in the middle of the field on their 10, chance to attack.
Yes.
Unlucky.
So close. So close.
Langy. Ball Lorde.
He makes the tackle. Tom Lorde. Going.
That looked like Robbo going in on a
Hollywood.
I'm not sure
he's getting there.
Yeah, he'd get there.
Honestly, I thought he got there then, but now Bath on the attack at the right-hand side to Glanville, puts the hammer down, and he is quick. Ball inside. Big tackle from Danny Kerr. That's been knocked on as well.
Paul, look after.
Well, thankfully, knock-on advantage was coming there because we've gone from Hollywood Robshaw to Hollywood Paul, who's gone and I'll just be sure that is Hollywood Paul, not Paul
Hollywood. Yeah. They're the cakes. It's once again such a shame. Almost latched onto an interception, possibly a try-scoring opportunity, to then losing 30 metres.
Now this is the water break, so 21 minutes on the clock. I think we're going to be hearing from Burf again shortly. She's out and about. Bath look to make another change. We've got Christian Judge coming on in the front row. Oh, he's a big unit, isn't he?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Massive. He did really well last year at Saracens, I believe. Really good player, really impressed with him.
Jack Walker coming on as well. But it's time to hear from Rachael Burford. Where are you, Burf? Are you with us? Oh, your mic's not live, Rach.
I'm here. You got me.
Should be switched on. Oh, I still can't hear you. Let me see if it's my end. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
I can hear you just fine.
Great stuff. I can hear you now. I'll be honest with you. I think I turned you down. So sorry, mate.
Oh, right. Like that, is it?
Yeah. It was an accident, I promise. How's it all going down there? I mean, 13:31. It's not ideal. What do you think of the second half so far?
Yeah, no, it is pretty quiet this corner. I mean, we would prefer to see a few more Quins down this end. I think the boys are going to be hurting a little bit because they're creating lots of great opportunities, but then it's the timing or a missed pass or the ball's going dead. And at the moment, Bath are winning the race to everything that's loose or any opportunity to pounce on something, they're winning at the moment. And it's a tough place to be in. They've got 20 minutes to try and turn things around and put the pressure back onto Bath.
I'm going to get a message out to referee Tom Foley that it's next try wins. I think that's important for him to know, as that's a great kick for touch. We'll leave you to it, Burf. Try and find us another fan interview before the end if you can. Always great to hear from Rachael Burford, the Queen of the Stoop. All right, we've won the penalty from the scrum. I was too busy chatting to Burf and I didn't see what happened, Darren. What went down there?
It was a scrum pen against Bath, and then we've just kicked and gone off the top.
Fantastic, here we go. Here's Heron, now is Lasiki, quick tip on, and sends Brownie into a yellow wall. Hill gets his head down again, Bath can hold the man up. It's a little bit flat. Got my eye on that offside line because I've got my suspicions about Bath for this entire game. Now, down the blind side.
Just using the short side again. Go Lang.
Lange, middle down the inside. Oh, again, the
so unlucky.
Just no passes have stuck today, and it's getting to the point of the game, 20 minutes to go. You have to throw those offloads. Something has to happen, but
So that's the way we want to play. So you can't get too upset about offloads like that. If we want to play this way, then mistakes are going to happen. It's such a shame. See again using the short side to great effect. Just shortening them up with Tom Lorde with a tight carry and then come back with a bit of space.
Change at 9. Martin's on. Danny's off.
And he's been replaced by number 21,
big shot.
Daho.
He's got 20 minutes to try and turn this around. Great game against Sale.
Short kick.
Look at the ball.
Get up, Stefan.
No, that's gone forward off stiff Levis.
March, go, he's going to kick it.
Marching. Not much broken field to run at, and another ball's gone to ground, and it's back with Bath. Mistakes creeping in here, and composure's not our friend at the moment.
Just think, you can imagine the kind of pressure they're feeling being 18 points down.
Yeah, Reece
try and create something.
That's gone forward off the
Stefan.
Don Brandt's going to run it in. Puts the anchors on.
Don't know why he didn't blow immediately.
Just one of those days today. So the ball has gone forward in the attempt at the tackle from Levis. It had left the hand of Reece Priestland, and not a lot you can do about that. Committed to the tackle.
Yeah, a few too many unforced errors, isn't it? Get a nice little attack down the blind here. We've got easy meters, we cough up and offload. Not in a great position with the kick. Then March throws a pass and they're just into us, and they've got their momentum.
So Quins fans, we've got 20 minutes to get your questions in. Ask the experts in association with Charles Stanley Wealth Managers. These are your experts sat next to me. Ask them anything. Ask them anything. If you were going on Rugby Mastermind, what was your specialist subject be?
I've always thought that, because I watched Adam Jones do it once, and his Lions, which tour was that? 97?
He did like Lions.
99. That's right. And it was amazing.
So would yours be rugby related, or would you go...
Oh wait, if it doesn't have to be rugby.
It doesn't have to be rugby, anything.
Oh, Liverpool Football Club.
Oh my God,
probably...
You're getting on so well.
Probably 03.
That would be an easy period if they didn't win anything.
Yeah. I guess not.
I really
guess the 2 Champions Leagues don't count.
That was 04, wasn't it?
05 Champions League,
05.
07 final.
Oh yeah, lost that.
18 final, 19 final.
Okay. Lost a couple of those, didn't they?
Yeah.
Just checking.
They got there in the end.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I'm not an expert in anything, so I'm not really sure what I would choose, to be honest.
Think about that. If you've got any suggestions,
You do a good effort on like uni student union.
I would have a real good go at University SUs.
Advantage coming here for Bath from the scrum. Another penalty, probably kickable.
They scored 4.
You'd have thought so. No, 3?
3 tries.
Why is he getting penalties?
What's your favourite students' union?
The
Lemon Grove in Exeter.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, very good. There's a few good ones out there though, and there's a few still on the list.
Okay.
And I need to get them in soon because I'm not getting any younger, and I think I'd probably stick out like a sore thumb. It's not gone. It's not gone yet.
I'll tell you what.
It's not gone yet.
I do some work at universities, and I feel like I was born on a different planet.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't
let
it?
alone a different decade. Unreal. Anyway, Reece Priestland.
Crazy.
While we take a trip down memory lane, has got the opportunity to put Bath up to 34 here. Boy, oh boy, what a turnaround. You can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm not particularly pleased with it. Swings the right boot at it, it's another good strike, looks good, is good.
He's on some good form, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good player.
He is really good player, he's played really well in the last pass-up games. I know we've said it a few times, but it's just a real shame. We've made a few errors and we've been really punished by them.
Good. Well, that one drops on the 22, and now it's all about a positive final 15 minutes.
Look,
do you know, feels like we haven't gone through more than 4 or 5 phases in this half.
There's no one. Look, that's going to land in.
Yeah, poor kick. He should have.
Oh, Heron's dropped that as well.
Really tough.
And dropped by Heron.
Yeah, we just got to try and get something out of the game now.
Yeah.
It's just about trying to score 4 tries. If you score 4 tries, then you're in with a shout of then losing by less than 7, and then if you're there, you're in with a chance of winning. Still 15 minutes, still got time to get something out of this.
Well, they've already shown in this game that you can score 2 tries in 2 minutes, because they've done it.
Exactly.
A little bit of quality, a little bit of luck. Joe Gray warmed up.
That's out. That's out.
Lovely.
That's scrappy. Have we managed to turn that one over? Yes. Here we go. Bit of positivity.
Martin's gone.
Lanzajo goes quickly. There's Laude. Throws the dummy. Oh, he's an Exeter boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Had a pint with him at the Lemon Grove.
He would have been in the Lemon Grove a few times.
Reese with the carry and now Heron.
Lovely ball.
Siki has a little look and dummies inside, gets those legs pumping, takes a couple of defenders with him, but he's brought down. Short ball, tries to get through, does get through. Laude to his left, and the pass goes to ground again. It was a 2-on-1, it should have probably gone the first time. Instead, it's another knock on, the ball's back with Bath, and another great opportunity goes begging. Right, forget the ball going to ground, let's concentrate on the positives. Great line. The gaps are there.
Seen we've used the sort of blindside. I know we were in the middle of the field. We used that blindside again to great effect. Shortened them up with a few big carries into centre field. A great break by Nathan. He's been carrying really, really well.
Scott Baldwin doesn't add to his try tally. It's the first time since rugby's come back that he hasn't scored here at the Stoop. A few changes for Bath as well. It's Will Chudley coming on, as is Tom Ellis.
Another man that might have frequented the Lemon Grove, Will Chudley.
Nah, he's not.
He's Exeter boy, isn't he?
Exeter Uni, really?
I don't know if he's Exeter Uni, but
nah, he's a Bedford Blues boy.
Is he?
Yeah.
There were a few of them in the Chief squad last night. So Skinner was.
Yeah, he was with Laude, Tom Laude.
What's the back row as well? Capstick. He might still be there actually. Capstick. Tell you who's one to watch out for them as well. Josh Hodge.
Oh, you're gonna pick another fullback, are you? Okay. I see.
I said one to watch for them.
Did you have a good game? Did you?
I didn't see him yesterday, but I watched him quite a lot for his uni. He was just unreal. Goal kicker. Scary. So we talk about like front row union. Is it not like that with fullbacks? You all hate each other.
The thing is, forwards are all like friendly. Backs are where the egos are.
Don't get him started.
Very fragile.
Okay, so this is Harlequins Live. It's an open forum. Who do you hate?
James Chisholm.
That is not true.
All right, scrum. Bath put in their own 22. 13:20 on the game clock. I just love a turnover and a try here. Just some crumbs of comfort. Trying to get it in. It's gone Bath's way. Of course it has. Don't necessarily think he's had a bad game, but I'm not giving a Christmas card to Tom Foley. I'm just putting it out there.
They never get it right, do they? Ever.
Although we'll probably be given the freedom to the city of Bath after today. So. No, particularly at scrum time, I don't envy his job at all.
I don't think anyone knows what's going on.
And you're in it half the time.
Even I've never. You see front rowers get up and look at the linesman. It's like the linesman doesn't know what's going on. You don't even know what's going on.
Bath win the line-out. Comes quick off the top.
Ooh, very flat.
Flat ball, and Siki comes up and makes the tackle alongside Heron.
Great chop tackle.
On the wrong man actually, but he was running a good line, so the refs let him get away with it.
Oh, great interception.
Oh, right now, Don Brandt.
Lovely.
It's the offload away.
Break down now, break down. Move the ball, Paul. Oh.
Siki caught between a rock and
Great
hard base, but gets the offload to Don Brandt.
Great passage of play from Alex.
To score today, so he needs to get over the whitewash. Loves a meat pie.
Just need to get into a bit of shape now. Yeah.
He's one at the Kincoid Students' Union. Not sure if that's on your list of favourites, but it's a good night out in Cardiff, that's for sure.
The Archers.
Slow ball here. Penalty to Quins. Lanzajo wants to go quickly, but can't get the ball away, so I think we're going to have to go for the corner here. Up the Archers.
I live with an Archer, so I've heard all about it.
Oh, is that Luke?
Luke,
yeah. He doesn't stop talking about it.
that your alma mater, is it?
No, mine's Loughborough.
Oh wow, Echo.
Echoes,
Oh, no,
is it?
It used to be Echoes.
Well,
Rain? Was it Rain?
So you've got the Union in itself, but in town, yeah, you've got Echoes and Rain, which...
Firefly, that's down there.
Is it still? I don't know. I've not lived there for a little while now. Shout out to
Lovely
Loughborough.
lineup.
Shout out to Cardiff Net as well as.
Oh, go on, Paul.
Lisicki fancies it straight through Rocco. They tackle him at the second time of asking. Now this is the closest Quins have been for a while.
Need to score here.
Need to score. And we're close. Robbo has a dart, gets brought down. It's all pretty narrow.
Good line. Just a bit better. Oh my!
A line pops
So
out.
Lange. Oh!
Yes, Martin. Under the sticks. Second try for Harlequins. Needed it. 18:34, and finally something for these home fans to celebrate.
Need to kick this quickly, Brett. I think with the drop goal. Lovely bit of play.
He's gone for the drop goal as well, has he? Really nice from Martin. I thought the chance had gone.
As did I. I thought Lange was walking in there, but
Lange was under the sticks.
Well, we got there in the end.
The way the ball's been going to ground, I think the fewer pairs of hands it has to go through for us to get over, the better. Speaking of the Archers, Quins have got some big fans down there. Danny Milton and Guards, if you're watching. Looking forward to Bucks Super Rugby getting back underway. Keep the production line going. Hopefully we'll get some more great Cardiff Met lads pulling on the Quins jersey. Brownie takes the restart. Now, quick one here, game on.
Back. Lovely.
Go on, Lord. Go on, Lord.
Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it to him. Yeah, stay in. Lovely. Get rid of him. He's got release. No release in the tackle. Nice bit of shake.
That looks high to me. Hand up around the head. Come on, Tom. You saw that. Oh no. Interception try. Big front rower. Lewis Boyce goes onto the stick. It doesn't rain. It pours. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. That's the bonus point for Bath. And of all the things I didn't think would happen today,
I didn't see that coming. I thought who was on that? It looked quick. Boise shifting. I just think we've used the short side to such great effect. It's such a shame we didn't have more lads pop up and go down that channel.
No, we're going to go upstairs and check if he was offside.
That would be nice.
Sorry to everyone watching, that was just my wishful thinking. Oh God, this is going to be 40 points. Do you know the good thing about doing it this way with Harlequins Live is I can voice my frustration. Because if this was broadcast for BT or Channel 5, I'd be extolling the virtues and what a great moment it was for a front rower to pick it off, and he won't do that many times in his career.
Incredibly biased.
Instead, it just feels like he's kicked me in the kidneys. 41-20. Just when I was thinking about getting that losing bonus point and seeing what can happen, we're 21 points down again. Well. Okay, a couple of minutes time, lads, and I'll get you to pick your DHL moment that delivers. Brett Heron goes up. That's a really good take from Brett. Really good take.
Spilled
out the side.
Just go. Lovely.
Down from Brown.
And again.
Never onside.
Lovely. Just get the ball forward.
He's offside as well.
He's
offside.
Crikey.
That's great.
Yeah, banging the corner.
I think we bought 10 metres there for a bit of lift. Well. So, nudge to just inside the 22, I think. So, bonus point in the bag for Bath.
Still got time to get something out of this, though.
Yeah.
Good line out.
Good
take. March needs to look. We've got 9 here on the team.
Slow to come. Now Landau finds Lasiki, gets through again and tackled it the third time of asking. No option for the offload, so he takes it to ground. Surely he's not onside. Jonathan Joseph was so far offside, he was practically wearing his jersey.
Yellow card for Jack Walker, I think. Good option.
Right then, gone for touch, 5 metres out. Has he been sent to the bin? If he is, 6 minutes, 2 converted tries. Let's do it.
Yellow card for Bath Rugby for number 16, Jack Walker.
So Bath will finish the game with 14 men. That's Lewis Boyce as well, down getting some medical treatment. Either that or he's just out of gas after that 40-metre burst. So it was Don Brandt took it in. Yeah, quite cynical. We've had the benefit of the replay here. He's just reached over with his hand and knocked it back Bath's way. Okay, so
a reminder once again to all supporters here at the game today, please stay in your seats at the final whistle. Stay in your seats. We will be releasing
so let's start to look forward to the next match then. It's a home game, but it's an away game.
Yeah, quite a nice touch that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not having to travel to Reading.
And any time you can avoid going to Reading.
Oh, absolutely.
What's their students' union like? We'll come to that in a minute. Catch and drive has begun.
He's dropped it. Free play.
Free play, let's go for it.
Oh no, pull it out of the back.
Too late. It's got to be a nudge in the corner now, which it is. Brownie can get on the end of this. Oh, has he grounded it? He might have knocked that forward. Referee in a good place says he has. It bounced in the in-goal area. Brown was the first there, but couldn't control the ball on the way down, so we'll go back for the penalty.
He almost got there.
Nice little nudge, yeah. He got there first. It was Will Chudley who put him off. Here we go then. Same again.
We go line out or scrum.
What would you go?
I think I'd go scrum.
Okay.
Bring Tom Dunn back on, but it's obviously been a bit more hit and miss. Yeah, I said scrum. 8v7 or potentially versus 6, depends who they bring off.
So in the list of overqualified water carriers, Jerry's just come off. He's in bonkers shape, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's just bonkers.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Okay,
he loves working out.
Bath coming in with the counter. Quins have been told it's been used once. Bath have done very well here. Quins have been pushed back 5 metres, so it's going to have to come. Rasiki on the short ball. Through the first man, there are Bath bodies there.
Rocco's in. Rocco's in. No relief. That's got to be another yellow card.
Another yellow card, yeah. Be surprised if it isn't. All the while the clock's ticking, though. This will suit Bath. But they could have 13 on the park here.
Should be, in my opinion.
Very cynical from Rocco. Round the side, hands on, slowing the game down. Already a couple of penalties in and around there too.
Why don't let's just tap and go here?
Yeah,
scrum. Yeah,
scrum. I think that with the penalties, when you give a yellow card, it kind of goes back to 0.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, you know, if they've given away 20 penalties in their 22, they've given away 20 penalties. Don't be afraid to give another yellow card.
Tom Dunn going back on.
It's just in the way of the clearers.
With the yellow card, Dunn can go back on. It's not the only hooker shenanigans they've had, of course, but there was uncontested scrums in their defeat against Wasps last week after both of Wasps' hookers got injured. Although, another player to give a shout out to, not a fullback this time. I'm looking forward to seeing how Alfie Barbary goes at Wasps, the young man. With the England age group set up.
So they're back down in the back line now. And a lot of focus on Lasike with Cam Redpath in on the flank, so maybe go out the back of it.
It's all the rage these days, isn't it? All right, tap and go. Don Brandt taking it in.
Oh, has it popped out?
Forward? No, it hasn't.
Yeah,
okay, now it's on.
Give it.
It's got to come out behind Browning. but Marchant just about gets hands on it, or does he? Well, Quins have got the ball, but they're back outside the 22 now. Pass behind the man. There are hands on that from Bath. It's got to be something. Just anything here for Quins.
Really tight. Just
Bath,
to try and get that.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
Siki out there on the wing. Gets over the game line again.
Breakdown now, breakdown.
Driven towards the touchline and taken out. And Bath survived.
Another try scoring opportunity just off. Passing behind.
For those of you watching on Harlequins Live, I'm sorry if it sounds miserable. And I'm not suggesting for 1 second that this has been a standout Harlequins performance today, but it's been frustrating. And it's easy to say this as a fan or as somebody who's watching it through a Harlequins prism, but chances have gone today. The bounce of the ball has not gone our way. There's been a lot of bad luck in there, and I'm not suggesting that Bath aren't worthy of a victory, but it certainly doesn't feel like a 21-point margin for me today.
Not at all. There's been a lot of opportunity out there for us, I think. And then the two or three massive mistakes. You throw in a few other little ones and you're on the back foot.
We have to compliment Bath because they've been clinical. They've not wasted many opportunities.
No, not at all.
And that's been the difference between the sides.
Off his feet. He's off his feet. See, that's another. Since the yellow card, we had 5 penalties, 2 or 3 in the 22.
It's almost like they're deliberate. They know it slows the game down.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's no pressure on them, is there? They can, go over the line a little bit and take risks. It doesn't really matter at this point.
It's another ball in the car park.
Yep.
Over the DHL stand. Right then, lads, while we're waiting for this line out, what's your DHL moment that delivers? It's been the standout moment of the match. We'll have one from both of you.
I'd say our first try.
That's what I.
The kick through from Danny kind of left it as a 50-50 up in the air, and March just pure athleticism.
Amazing take, amazing finish.
Got it back.
Joe Marchant, unanimous.
Lovely.
DHL moment
Carry
that
crazy.
delivers now.
He's got a roll.
Unreal.
Go Martin,
Yeah,
go
yellow
Martin.
card. He's gone. Let the children
both hookers been sin bin now.
Oh, here we go. That's the new Bath thing. Two hookers.
Yeah.
2 hookers have got to be ineligible at some point in the game. Fortunately for them, there's only 2 minutes left.
See, I think if they go, I'm not 100% of the rules, if they go uncontested, they then lose another player. So instead of going from 13, they go down to 12, I think.
Because that's the thing, the obvious option here is a scrum.
Yeah, I think we have called that already. Tom Foley's just checking probably if Will Stewart can maybe play hooker, or perhaps Ben Urbano.
If you're a prop, though, you just flat out say no, don't you?
It happened last week, didn't it?
Yeah.
With who was it? Westy.
That's right.
Oh yeah, Tom West. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's professional sport and it's a specialist position. It's not like the old days where you swap from tight head to loose head 1 week or the other. They're all
Going to give it a go though. The thing on defensive scrum, there's no hooking. If you're a good enough prop to just get into shape, I would imagine you'll be okay.
He's been off for like 35 minutes. That must be
tough.
hell.
This will be perhaps the 5th or 6th time I've mentioned it. The first time in the second half. Here's Barnett.
Yeah, terrible. Terrible. If you ever meet him, it suits his personality.
I've not had the pleasure. All right, a couple of minutes to go.
I think he's seen an SU in his time. Will Stewart.
To be fair, Bath's a good night out for it, actually. That Falatau coming off. They've actually got
what's happening here then? Because there's 2 lads coming off. Stu's gone on. They brought somebody else on?
We've got 4 backs.
I'm counting them now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, players.
Then he's got overcomplicated.
You've got 12 players in the park.
So it is 12. So what they've done is they've brought Stu on just as a number to go in the front row. It's then gone uncontested, so they have to lose a man, I think.
So Faletau and Redpath off the pitch. Yeah, they're scrummaging. I'm going to count these out now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're 8 in the scrum. Is that Reece Priestley?
Reece Priestley and Chudley's at 8.
I think is Chudley's packing that at 8.
Chudley's at 8, but it'll be uncontested.
Okay, we've got to go right here.
So it has to be a 3-on-2.
Go right.
Somewhere.
Paulie will sit
4-on-2.
down. 8-9 right. 8-9 right. Oh fuck. Sorry.
Welcome to Harlequins.
Give it to him.
Oh, Brownie's knocked it on.
God,
Brownie's
what are we
knocked
doing?
it on. Unbelievable.
The ball should have just been zipped across to March, I feel, to try and score in the corner.
Surely you just hit the Siki on the short line with an option.
Yeah, keep
we were
it safe.
walking in on the edge there. You just had to pass to Mark.
On the penalty. Siri, show me a microcosm of this game of rugby. A minute to go. Bath somehow defending a scrum in the middle of the park in their own 22 with 12 men on the pitch.
No hooker on the field here.
I tell you what, could be worse because a floor manager down there has just worn that kick straight in the head. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. He's all right.
Looks like maybe Boyce is going to throw into a 4-man line-out, maybe?
What do you do? Chuck the front man up?
Yeah, try and do a little dummy, get the opposition to bite on something and then just up at the front. Or hit the guy, hit Chris Judge on the floor.
Chris Judge is massive. Oh, he's as wide as a double door. Yes, pinched it. All right.
Paid him in the air.
And he's taken him in the air. No, Mr.
Martin and March down the short.
Don't kick it.
There's got to be numbers somewhere.
All right, big miss pass. Oh, goodness me. I'll be honest with you, as viewers, if you're watching Quins live and not watching on BT Sport or Channel 4, this has probably been an easier watch than a lot of this second half.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, like we said, there was 14 points after that first quarter, which cost us a lot. But you can't cough up this much ball and expect to come away with wins against a good team who are obviously in good form like Bath. So we'll have to look at ourselves here.
Yeah, definitely. Incredibly frustrating with the way that sort of second 20 minutes went. Then you're on the back foot, like Aaron said, against a really physical, well-drilled team.
Like you said though, boys, there is space somewhere. The clock's on 0, so chance to end on a positive. But just looking to put that... It's a good effort.
Stay in, March. Stay in. Lovely.
Right, it's got to be a
now give it to Martin.
Landaho.
Look for
Brownie to his left, and then Don Brandt. He's not going to need Don Brandt because Lange is going to finish the game in style. A sweeping move, the length of the field, and something for these home supporters to cheer at the end of the game. Harlequins 25, Bath 41. The conversion taken quickly. Are we going to have enough time to restart the game? Not sure we are, but 27-41. Referee's blown, the players shake hands. Well, famine and feast, I think. Unfortunately, famine-wise, we're going home a little bit more hungry than we arrived.
When the ball goes to hand, wasn't a great pass. We play a bit of shape, we've got the players to create something. We then, 2 or 3 nice passes and score.
Well, that's the full-time score then. Quins 27, Bath 41. Our first home defeat since rugby has restarted. We missed the opportunity to go above Saints in the table. Top 4 looking very difficult now, but of course there are still the European places to play for, and we want to secure those as quickly as possible. Gentlemen, before I let you go, your thoughts on what we've seen here today?
Yeah, very, very disappointing. I think off the back of the Saints game, we have had a few games, starting with today, where we could have built a bit of momentum and taken a real run at top four. And for us to not have been able to put our best foot forward at home and kept that momentum going is obviously really disappointing. So, yeah, no, I know I'm gutted. I'm sure the boys who played today are really gutted as well.
Well, let's talk about good bits then. What's the positives that we can focus on moving into the next match against Irish?
Yeah, I think I said it a few times. I feel like when we kept the ball, we used the short side really well. We got into shape, we shortened the lineup, we then come back with our electric backs, and we gained a bit of momentum. A few really, standout bits. Nathan getting on the ball, Joe Marcher getting on the ball, scoring that try. We've got some fantastic players. It's just bringing it all together, isn't it?
Well, do stick with us. We'll have a couple more minutes with these two. We'll hear from Rachael Burford, and I'll look to grab some live reactions from players, although I'm not sure how much they'll want to come forward. They're always keen to talk to me after a W, but sometimes the interviews are a little bit more difficult, and you won't be able to see this at home unless you're watching. I think the body language in the tunnel says everything. They've got 27 points on the board, but no excuses for the performance. It wasn't perfect, but very little went our way today.
Yeah, like you said in this broadcast, the bounce the ball didn't go our way, but that's not enough to say that. That game was when we were 13-3 up or 10-3 up. It was in our control, and we started really nicely. We looked comfortable both sides of the ball with our shape in attack and defence, and for us to just lose it on unforced errors, discipline, it's just really disappointing. So I think, like you said, looking at the boys now, you can see that disappointment.
Well, we'll be looking to get over that disappointment pretty quickly then. Back here on Wednesday, isn't it, for London Irish? There won't be a Harlequins live, but you will be able to watch the match. The next time we'll be here with Quins live is for the Wasps game. I think that's going to be on the Monday night, but we'll wait for that to be confirmed. What are you expecting, firstly, from the starting 15 for the London Irish game, and sort of how do we get this season back on track?
I think, to be honest, I haven't watched much of Irish in this last bit. I remember the pre-season, or 2 pre-seasons ago. They were a good team. They got some good players. The style is very similar to everyone else. They've got nothing to lose, so they're dangerous opposition. And I just think for us, it's cutting up the error count, keeping the penalties down, and just, like I said, get into shape, play in the right areas of the pitch. Because when we do that, we've got the players to break down any defence.
Lots of positives to talk about today, and I'm going to stick with that vibe as well. You don't win every game in the Gallagher Premiership. It's not that kind of league. Even Exeter and Saracens and Bristol and the teams at the top and who've been winning games, they've still slipped to defeat. It's actually been a great day. We're looking around now. We've got supporters here. They've got their face masks on, but more importantly than that, they've got their club colours on. It's pretty amazing to have them back, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's easy to get swept up in the disappointment of the result and not see that fans come in and supporting their team and their club at a home fixture, and amongst all the things that have gone this year, that's the real winner, and it's probably despite the result, put a lot of smiles on people's faces and getting to do that.
Well, the players are just embarking on their lap of honour here, and it's a frustrated one. Because of course they'd have preferred to be signing off with a victory, but the crowd are rising to their feet. They're making their way into the tunnel. I'm hoping to catch some live reaction. I'm going to head down there shortly and maybe hear from Rachael Burford as well. In fact, have you got your earpiece in, Burf? Can you hear me? No, you can't hear me. Okay, she's shaking her head. That must mean she's dummied me. She's double dummied me. Unbelievable. If you can hear me, Burf, just say something. I'm going to come down and join you in a bit. In fact, I'm going to come down and join you now. But while I'm on my way, what did you make of that as a performance? The lads up here have said it's a frustrating one. Mistakes have cost us, and we're just going to need to put that right and carry some positives into London Irish on Wednesday. Do you sort of echo those beliefs?
Always put themselves into some great positions in the game, and unforced errors is what they add up and they lead to points like we can see on the scoreboard. So it'll be a really disappointing day for the boys. Obviously this is a big event today, and they'll be gutted that they couldn't put on the performance for themselves, but also for everybody who's turned out.
Oh, well, that was quite frustrating really, wasn't it? I mean, looking over our shoulder here, Bath are taking their time getting off the pitch, and why not? Because this is a Harlequins show, this is a Harlequins channel, but credit where it's due, they were clinical today. I'm not saying they deserved to score 40 points, but probably were the better side over 80 minutes.
Yeah, they were. I think, Harlequins came out really strong in that first 10 minutes and put them on the back foot, but they, 2 quick tries in concession gets you back in the game, gets the opposition on the back foot, and we could just never really get hold of the momentum after that point. Created lots of opportunity, but it's, it was the timing, it was the balls were going down at times, unexpected things, and maybe forcing it a little bit, maybe wanting to put on a bit of a show for today, and there's no harm in players wanting to try and do that. It's a shame that we couldn't kind of turn it around, but look, fans are still on their feet, they're still applauding everybody. We still stand up and give our boys a big round of applause.
Thomas, stepping from our office. Frustrating one today. Looking at that scoreboard, it certainly doesn't feel like a game that you deserve to lose by 14 points. If you're a great welcome, how was it to have the supporters back here at the Stoop?
No, it's amazing, even in the warm-up it felt different today walking in, parking my car and walking in, and there was people around. It was a lot different, and we greatly appreciated that the Stoop was able to host the first game with fans, and we appreciate everyone coming out, and it made a massive difference for sure.
You say parking your car, is it that Maserati that I saw in the video?
No, that was just a one-off. No, just the Ford Fiesta, mate, humble.
Maybe that next contract renewal, listen in the gaffers. Right, still plenty to play for this season. That is a big setback, make no mistake, but still looking to secure European rugby and still some great games to come. What are your work-ons moving forward to London Irish and beyond?
I think the good thing is with obviously the restart, the games come thick and fast, so we'll obviously look back at this game and where we need to improve, but you can't dwell on it too much. We've got Irish here, it's good that we get a home game as well, so no, all eyes on Irish now. Whoever gets picked for Wednesday has to go out and do a job and get us back to winning ways.
Good to see you, mate. Thanks for your time as well. I think he's summed that up pretty much perfectly there. In fact, the interviews are coming thick and fast.
Here's the try scorer.
Yeah, mid-tape. Goodness me, you've got plenty around your ankle as well. Is that serious, or are you all right?
No, it's all good. Yeah, just a little in the corner, but it's fine. Yeah, it's all good.
Usually we've had these conversations after a victory. Different one today. We just spoke to Thomas. He's a little bit frustrated, but he was honest and he said that perhaps you weren't good enough today and you did get what you deserved. Does that sort of echo how you feel too?
Yeah, we weren't on the ball today. We obviously gave it everything like we do every game, but we just weren't quite on it. We'll have a good look at it and then get back to winning ways on Wednesday.
What do you think went well today?
We created loads of chances. The only thing was we just didn't do anything with them. We only scored a few tries, but the chances we had, we should have scored a lot more.
Speaking of those few tries, do you want to talk me through any of them in particular?
Oh, just Dees put it up and I just went for it. It was great from him. It was good to be back playing with him after obviously he's been injured and stuff. So it's been
some decent airtime you got there.
Oh, I think I jumped a little bit too early, but I was it was a strange one. I was trying to say they kept stopping it just before, and I was like, no, just wait a bit, wait, and then it got down. So yeah.
It felt quite frustrating from the stands today. Certainly you felt like you were trying so hard, and at times of the game where you needed to as well, and nothing stuck. Did it feel frustrating out there as well?
Yeah, it was frustrating. We gave away a lot of penalties, which let them back in the game, or just put them in the game really. And those are on us. There was little silly ones off the line out, being offside, things that we really need to be on top of, and we weren't. So again, we'll have an honest look back and get it right for Wednesday.
Great to have you back on the score sheet. Sorry about the result and all that, but thank you for your time as well. Always amazes me the honesty, because there's the temptation as soon as you come off the pitch to be frustrated and to get carried away as. Oh, that's just the Bath lads doing their sprints because they haven't worked hard enough. Well, that's the biggest cheer they'll get today. But the lads speak in very, very honesty there. They're very composed. They know exactly what went wrong today. But now we've just got to hope that they can put the right foot forward and correct it.
Yeah, I think you know whether you put your best performance forward or not, and you come off, you feel frustrated. But as Marchin said there, they had plenty of opportunities, and they'll look back and they'll be frustrated with that. The times where you're not playing so well and you're not creating anything, then you get worried. But when they look back at the video, there were so many opportunities they had. It was just kind of timing off, a few balls going down, and that's the frustrating part, because they had chances, they had opportunities. But look, they reflect, they'll look to Wednesday now. Games come thick and fast, they can't dwell on it too much. It is disappointing, but when we spoke to Don back there, as soon as you mentioned about the crowd, his smile changed, a lift of it, so it did make a big difference today. And I know that the boys will dust themselves down, they'll get themselves ready for Wednesday, but it will be a tough thing for them today.
And Bath do deserve credit. You talked about all the chances that Quins left out there. Bath didn't leave any. They were clinical. They had a few half opportunities, and every single one ended in a 7-pointer.
Yeah, and that was probably the difference. You look at the speed that they won anything that was loose on the floor. Their line speed was relentless throughout the whole game, and maybe we should have punched a little bit more. We kept trying to play with that width and that ambition. Maybe we needed to go through the heart of them a little bit more, take that line speed out of them, and then try and go to the edge, because we've got weapons all across the whole pitch. But maybe picking our moments to actually take them on. Maybe we need to look back a little bit.
Patience is key, but we don't have to be patient for long. Burf, thank you so much. It's been great to chat today. And how's it been? Been a little bit closer to it, because we were up there in the stands, but you were down. Is it good to be back?
Honestly, it's such a good vibe. It's so just hearing people, just hearing an echo of shouting in the crowd, and this reminds us of why we all pick up a rugby ball, because it's that family-friendly atmosphere, and that's exactly what it felt like today.
And I know you were looking forward to getting back to it before, but has this made you even more keen?
Oh my God, yeah, I'm literally sitting there watching the boys play, and I'm thinking, I don't want the mic in my hand, I want a rugby ball and I want to be out there, yeah.
Well, good luck when the time is right. Can't wait to welcome you back to this pitch. Thank you to Burf, thank you to all the players that have joined us on the broadcast, and thank you to you for watching here on Harlequins Live. It's a couple of weeks till our next show. We'll be back for the Wasps game. I think that's going to be on the Monday night, but keep your eyes peeled for the day, and of course make sure you keep supporting Quins. Next up, London Irish here at the Stoop on Wednesday. But until next time, goodbye. Cheers, guys.